Star Wars. How many beans? That's a thing. So I'm Jaden, and I'm asking you how many beans because that's going to be important. I'm going to cut to my fantastic group here. We're roll to one. This is going to be Star Wars Ragtag in a second, but I have to do some housekeeping. It's how many beans. So cut to the group. Zane, I need to know. I need to see their faces. These people. So what does how many beans mean? How many beans is basically something during the story is going to happen. It's fine. They don't need to see my face. Something during the story is going to happen, and the number of beans is going to correlate to the story. It's going to be awesome, and it's just it's gonna whatever you get it. Go ahead. Somebody tell me how many beans we're going to start with. 21. That's a very high number to start with.
Is it?
I'm just misleading you on purpose.
I was going to say we ended up with 700 and something last time.
Yeah, and you guys paid it, and it ended up being money. So that's fun. So we have started with 21 beans.
I have two inappropriate answers. You go first.
69 beans.
That was
69 beans.
Now I'm down to one.
Handed it out.
So now I'm down to one inappropriate answer, and it's 420.
Called it.
Okay, so I'm not good at math. That's a factoid about Jaden. 21
That's
plus
490.
69 plus 420 is 510.
510.
Yep. I got 60.
All right, so we've got 510 beans on the board. If you are in our chat today,
And I started.
or if you join in our chat, tell people how many beans we got right now. And if you write 510 in the chat, that's 510 more beans. So be careful. If you write a number in the chat, that's how many beans are added to the bean count.
With that being said, you may want to get a second.
Does it have to be? Is it just any number, or does it have to say that number?
Oh yeah, I may
beans?
need to get a second counter. What?
I was going to say, if it's any number, can it be number beans, and it has to have the number and the beans?
No. If you write a number, like if I say, "Oh, hey, thanks for joining us, Lauren. You're 24." 24 more beans get added. So don't be creepy to Lauren.
That was my plan, so I'll have to change what I'm doing tonight.
Yikes!
2 beans.
Who added beans?
Chrissy.
Oh,
We already got more beans.
Chrissy, thank you for the beans.
who's Chris? All right. So 510. You added 2 beans.
That is it. So
All right.
512.
Cool. So we're playing Star Wars Ragtag today. I have got the counters. Counter. Oh,
We set that
Michelle!
first one to zeros.
Michelle's here!
Oh, Michelle's back.
Michelle, loyal fan.
10 beans.
10 beans. That's 522 beans now.
beans.
So the great thing is Michelle even showed up, and I forgot to remind her even. So she must have a notification or something.
That's right. Don't
Please
forget
set
that
first counter to
Hit the
zeros.
bell icon when you subscribe
Yes.
and like this video.
Good to see you, Michelle. Love
See,
you.
I just get excited. Zane does all the hard work. Without further ado, let's get ready for tonight's episode of Star Wars Ragtag.
Oh,
Come on.
we're not on DM full, so
Get on DM full then.
Hey,
The further adoing, let's do. More beans.
Laura has added 25 beans.
Laura has added more beans. Do we know what the beans means? Okay, guys, last time, confession to make, I didn't know what the beans were. Now I've prepared the beans, and the beans are part of the story. Maybe
they're-
not beans.
they're
but
cooking right
the
now.
number of something.
the beans have been prepared.
So I need to add 25 beans.
Yeah. 25 beans. So that's
547.
47. Yeah, 547.
547. Somebody else should do this.
Yeah, we
somebody
got it
should be on bean count.
Bean counter. Who's our bean counter?
All right, perfect. I mean, people can't see the number of beans now, though. That's what's hard.
That's all right. You can just pass it back.
I feel like you can trust us.
Put it on
got
like a box or like the Mandalorian head. All right. Let me tell you what happened last time. It was super awesome. During your guys' escape from Greylash's Droid Works, Tanzai suffered a devastating loss. His arm was torn off in the chaos. Though you quickly cauterized the wound with a lightsaber, both the physical and emotional toll weighed heavily upon you. You retreated to your hideout on Cloud City to rest and recover. Soon after, Xena, you know her, she's partly dark side, partly good side, it's exciting. She brought critical news of a new job. Retrieve a stolen hologram of Krokul Ma, a figure of significant interest, from Durga the Hutt on Ord Mantell. The stakes were high, as Darth Vader had taken an interest in the hologram. Xena opted to stay behind, what a wuss, while the crew pursued this dangerous opportunity. Landing on Ord Mantell, the crew disguised themselves as cargo transporters to slip past Imperial scrutiny. You made your way to the cracked desert city where you blended in with locals and Imperial forces to gather intelligence. Your investigation led Tanzai, the investigator extraordinaire, to cross paths with the Velvet Blade gang, who were connected to the hologram's theft. After a tense confrontation in a local bar, the crew uncovered Durga's location. During the meeting, Hutt revealed that the Velvet Blade had actually stolen the hologram and tasked the crew with its recovery, setting the stage for a dangerous heist. The crew struck a deal with the Velvet Blade leader, devising a plan to retrieve the hologram while secretly plotting to double-cross Durga, you scoundrels. You then orchestrated a chaotic confrontation between multiple factions, using the confusion to secure your prize. However, as you fled with the hologram, you came face-to-face with Darth Vader. When negotiations failed, you basically chose flight over fight, which is pretty smart, despite the fact that Darth Vader looks like a wuss whenever he fights you guys. Barely escaping, though, with your lives for the narrative purpose, you guys went through the sewers and then regrouped and planned your departure from Ord Mantell, paying the hefty fine of a lot of beans, and then bared both your precious cargo and the weight of your harrowing encounters. So now you find yourself in space. Let me get to space music. Space.
In space, no one can hear the music.
No, we can
Where
hear
we're
the scene
going,
change.
we don't need beans.
Then why are you asking
Why are we counting
for it?
them?
Do I set the beans to 0 then?
It's important. The beans are important in this. So you all reconvene together as a crew when you are approached by your robot friend. If you remember, Sky, at the beginning of it all, gave you your first job. He has 3 glowing eyes on top of his head, and he is approaching with, if a droid could emote, with a bit of skepticism.
Ooh.
What do you do? You are welcome to convene, discuss amongst yourselves, possibly roll the dice in this dice game, or
I'm
you
gonna
can talk to Sky.
Can I discern realities?
What are you trying to discern? What are you looking at? Give me the description.
I look. No, I'm not gonna discern realities.
He doesn't look. His eyes are broken.
Yeah. I don't know. I go to talk to the droid who's approaching us.
Yes, you walk up to Sky. Sky painted a sky blue. He is what kind of a droid, Jackson?
Super tactical.
Super tactical droid for those super Star Wars fans. He looks like a regular droid with 3 eyes instead of the weird looking head.
Kind of wearing a hat.
Kind of, in a way. And
Part of his head.
he says, so, did we get it?
I think we did.
It's giving off a frequency.
What kind of frequency? Something unusual?
Some sort of harmonic resonation.
Is it concerning?
Perhaps we should watch the hologram in full.
All right. Let's take this someplace where just the 4 of us can watch it.
All right. So you guys convene together, I'm assuming, yes?
Yeah, I would imagine.
You head over to the bridge and close the doorway so that no one else can come in, and you put down this little holographic puck. And emitting from the puck is a red-hued light. If you recall, you have a copy as well, I believe.
Yes.
This being the original. So you witness this, having not seen the entirety of it, you witness this Twi'lek, a person with 2 tendrils sticking out of their head. The individual is male, and he, in his red hue, sort of ignites a lightsaber. You can't tell what color it is, although immediately you see, as Krokul Ma, of a demon of a man, a large person with a very strange lightsaber in his hand, swings down and strikes down this Twi'lek. And in doing so, the sort of puck like sort of rolls and lands to the side, maybe some sort of wave of impact, as the crystal always shatters whenever Krokul Ma uses his lightsaber. So much hate stored within, and you see this puck sort of zoom up close, or I guess not the puck, but the hologram sort of zooms in, and you see, as you hear this Twi'lek Jedi, his voice says, "I am on Geonosis. Please help me." And then sort of you see as Krokul Ma sort of reaches down, looks to the puck, and says, and as he's about to speak, it just cuts. And then it repeats over and over and over. And then you see as Sky says, "Yes, Geonosis, I recognized the frequency."
And so Tanzai will look at Jeev and be like, "Do you recognize that guy?"
He looks familiar, but struggling to put a name to a face.
If you'd like to, you are absolutely able to play this game by spouting lore.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll plus intelligence.
Let's play the game, guys.
Let's roll some dice.
Let's roll and play.
8, you say. I will tell you what you recall, but you don't know how true it is until you put it to the test. You see this person likely was fighting in the Battle of Geonosis.
Yeah.
So how long ago was the Battle of Geonosis for us?
We're 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, correct?
Yes.
Give or take. So that would have been
Pretty recent.
The human calculator solved the problem. How
about
many beings?
8 years,
8 years.
give or take.
So, okay,
Which is odd, because Krokul Ma is an ancient being.
right. So yeah, Tanzai obviously is like, okay, so somebody explain to me how a creature like that is still around now.
Are we sure that the dating on this is correct?
Oh, he spouted lore on the person.
Yeah.
He recalls that
Yeah.
person.
Oh.
Well, the Force
So,
works
yeah.
in mysterious ways. Something else is likely at play.
Is there a way to, I'm trying to see if there's a way to kind of see if there's a date on the
On the hologram
hologram,
itself.
yeah.
I like that. I like that.
if we can find a way to do that.
Maybe you plug it into your ship proper to try to use its computer to hard route this device. Why don't you just go ahead and roll me 2d6?
Okay, fair enough. Say it's not really discerning realities per se, but it's an 8.
It's an 8. Purely, you run sort of some log. You witness as a bunch of strange Star Wars text scroll along the holographic image in its red hue, and eventually it sort of slows down like it's, Price is Right, and eventually it reaches a number or a sequence of letters, and it is in fact from the Battle of Geonosis. However, the difficulty is that the location is off. Like as if it's being sort of sent from Geonosis. Like as you sort of see this hologram, it was not recorded there. It was sent there.
Oh, as if. Okay.
So the recording.
Was elsewhere, but somebody sent it from Geonosis. Like
No, the recording was taken somewhere
Sent to Geonosis.
sent to Geonosis during the Battle of Geonosis.
Oh,
by
okay.
a guy who said I'm on Geonosis
Interesting. Yeah.
on the recording. He
Oh,
said
did
I'm
he?
on Geonosis.
That's not what I meant to say. I meant he meant to call for help. That's my bad.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah. So he was calling for
Everybody
help.
makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. I can subtract some beans if you want.
Do we want some beans subtracted?
So that's the thing. We don't know if it's good or bad.
I can take away some beans.
Let us know in the
See,
chat.
the
if we
fact
should
that,
deduct
like,
some
no.
beans.
You don't want me to take away some beans?
No.
Okay, I won't.
We will deal with the consequences of the beans.
No, you're
Regardless.
dealing with the consequences of my role play being poor in that moment, having said the wrong thing.
Right. So by making a mistake, are you going to give us more take beans away from something that's good for us? Or
I'm going to take some beans away if you need me to take some beans away.
We're just gonna play with it as is.
Why don't we just hold that till
Hold
it comes
your
up?
beans. Hold your beans.
I
on to your
have
beans.
full faith in my chat that they will bring us more beans. Should I lose some? So
I think we're good.
okay. All right. So anyway,
but
this person is saying,
calling
help
for help to
Geonosis,
Geonosis.
help me from people of Geonosis.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
Is the context of my poor
That
role
was a
play.
missing piece.
It is
Okay.
indeed, and that's my fault.
So, okay, so then it's not from Geonosis, but we don't know where the original call came from.
No.
The original call.
No. So it's like you're
Okay.
gonna have to figure out
I have to go to Geonosis, figure out.
where it was sent from.
Okay.
Laura asked if she should add more beans.
I mean,
I don't know, Laura.
You are
you
your-
feeling lucky?
you're your own. Are you feeling lucky?
What's
for
current bean
us?
count?
Current bean count is 447.
That's not
Which is-
true. It's the number below.
No,
I meant
he
it's
said it. He said it.
I said it
red.
to yeah, so I know where it is. It's 447.
Oh, it is.
I thought we were
447?
at like 510 or something.
No, I'm almost pretty sure we're at the
Well, at the time right now.
510 is what it was before.
It's actually 640.
and then she added 25.
We were at 5. We weren't at 5.
I was using I was at slightly below so that we could get it to like
To line up with the camera.
yeah.
All right, so we're 510 then. We'll say we're at 510.
Well, then she added 25. So it's 535.
250.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Here we go.
235.
Laura did it.
So 785.
Lots of beans going on. So anyway,
Don't hold
you
back,
guys
Laura.
understand that a trip to Geonosis will be a good way of retrieving this information properly. However, through the roleplay, we got there. We did it.
Okay.
All right. Looks like we need to go to Geonosis.
I don't like sand. It's coarse. It's rough. It's irritating.
So are you.
It gets
And
everywhere.
then Tanzai walks out. He like walks out the bridge and he's like, "Wait," and then he walks back in because he needs to be in there to like fly.
Fly and shit. So you guys setting the
That wasn't as
hyperdrive.
cool as I thought it would be.
You guys set the hyperdrive, like all the things, all the buttons, all the things are pressed, and you're sat down in your chairs, and things are ready to go. Somebody just needs to push the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
And he pulls the wrong lever. And it backs up instead.
All right. Do we even have that lever?
just like a sprinkler turns on inside. No, he pulls the right lever this time. And as we're taking off, he just looks
Fly
at
through the
Jeeves.
galaxy.
He just looks at Jeeves and like, that was just a great line, right? I couldn't pass that up.
So you spend some time under the flashing lights of blue hyperdrive, hyperspace, right? The cloud sort of texture that maneuvers past like a projection in a strange movie theater. And you finally get to the place where you can emerge from hyperspace, and then the ship appears in space outside the planet, cut wide, and you're able to head down in that direction. However, you're looking for some sort of harmonic resonance, something that would have the capability of delivering and receiving such a signal, would give off such a heavy outburst of signal, and you could theoretically track that. But in order to do that, I'm going to need somebody to figure out how to do it.
Sure.
I'm guessing that's intelligence or wisdom, and that is not my strong suit.
I just rolled dice. I don't know what I need to roll, but
What do you? How? No.
I have +2 intelligence, +1 wisdom.
+1 intelligence, +1 wisdom.
I like the intelligence. I like the intelligence option. I
Okay.
think it makes sense to exert your expertise or your clever plan here.
Okay. I will roll my trusty dusty Star Wars dice.
Of course, should we fail, things happen.
Oh, it's a good thing we had that +2. 8.
8.
Nice.
All right. So an 8 is enough that as you're
I'd
sort
have
of
a 9.
trying to track this signal, and you're getting a sort of what feels like a local transmission. It's like a like you could theoretically tighten the frequency to get sort of a conversation, but it sounds like somebody on world. Do you want to commit to getting the reception? You found a location. You can go to where that is, or you can listen in.
I thought this planet is uninhabitable.
So did I.
It was like gassed, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, either that time has passed, or this is something different. We should probably just listen in if we can.
All right.
More info is better. And Costan's eye has taken just a step back from being quite as bullheaded as he used to be, because he has a limb missing because of that. So,
Mm-hmm. So you tighten it, get into the communication. So you begin to hear sort of a conversation between two people that ultimately concludes with sort of one guy saying, "I think that they've disturbed his grave. His crypt is located near the eerie Valley of Echoes. It's a hollow canyon."
It's awfully specific.
Can I search the map to see if we have that location on our dash?
You can spout lore.
Spout lore.
Do you know about the location, the Valley of Echoes?
Do I know about the location?
I was gonna see if I could look up or check for who might be buried there. If there was anything in any of our systems that would have that info.
This one.
Spout
See if you know anybody.
No, if there's anything in any of our systems as far as a database or would that be spout lore also, or
No,
would that be,
I would give you, in this case, I think you can do the research, right? Which is the,
Is there a research one?
I believe there was one that was all about that. We had done this in the past.
Yeah, we have. What page is it on?
Steeped in lore.
Steeped in lore. Okay, I'll find it.
Taylor Springer with minus 32 beans.
Wow.
She subtracted beans.
I think
How
that's the
dare
first
you.
time we've had negatives.
All right, subtract 32 beans.
What a negative
Okay.
Nancy.
Go for it. So where's steeped in lore?
I like it.
I gotta find it. Steeped in lore.
It is on the page where end of session stuff are. Starts with carouse.
Oh, I don't think I have that one. I don't have that page.
Bottom right one there.
Thanks.
I got a 12.
For your
Spout lore.
Of course.
Spout lore.
Wow.
12 is good. Yes, you've heard of the Valley of Echoes. It's a hollow canyon on Geonosis known for its strange acoustics and ties to Republic war efforts. Evidently, somebody's grave has been placed nearby, someone important perhaps.
I think I know what that's at. And I'll mark the map.
And I got a 7. I rolled a 7, and I have no pluses to it. So, on a 7 to 9, choose 2. You learned something useful about an area's history, layout, or politics. So, should I go with you learn of a dangerous enemy or group, or your research went unnoticed by your enemies? I'm going to go with the latter. Your research went unnoticed by your enemies.
Okay.
So, I was able to get in, find that, learn something useful about an area's history, layout, or politics.
All right. History, layout, or politics. I like it. Okay, so you sort of start opening up old Geonosian records. Some of those war stuff that's been redacted largely, right? Since the Clone War, the Empire has done its absolute best at sort of erasing the history itself.
I found it.
I'm glad you did.
Okay.
And so as you're sort of accessing this information, you recognize that pushing any further may attract the Empire. However, being careful and clever, you navigate around that, choosing instead to learn maybe just about the politics, maybe just about kind of the local area, not pushing too far. And you learn of when they gassed the planet, when they ultimately tried to destroy it after the event, the Battle of Geonosis, and kind of all that came afterward, there was rumors of a surviving hive in what's known as the Hollow Spire. The hive's leader, his name is Zik-Tar, sort of a Geonosian queen aspirant, or her name was Zik-Tar, and so she sort of managed to survive somehow and continues to live on world.
Is it Zik-Tar?
Zik-Tar.
Okay.
Zik apostrophe tar.
And just from my knowledge, is like you said, it was kind of like a remaining little cloister kind of thing, theoretically.
Yeah, like
so would we be considering those like friend or foe?
If they were to see you, there's no doubt in my mind that they would attack.
Okay.
No doubt in your mind. That they
Okay.
would attack.
Okay. Okay.
But I've seen this episode of Rebels. I know how this works.
I don't think you know how this works.
There's too many beans.
Yeah.
Too many beats.
Too many beans at stake to know how this goes. All right.
What do you do?
So I'll kind of share
The
that
Valley of
info.
Echoes, and then you could potentially look into going to what's known as the Hollow Spire.
Another settlement needs your help. I'll mark the location on your minimap.
What was that dude's name?
I forget, but he was annoying.
Yeah.
So I marked the map,
Fallout 4.
and then we start moving towards there,
The Valley of Echoes?
the Valley of Echoes.
All right, so you descend into the cloud cover, the atmosphere pressed against your ship, maybe a bit of green haze as you descend. And you go down and down. And you clear the green haze. As you see, there's a huge sort of air pocket, a bubble of cleanliness in the midst of all of this nastiness. Right above this sort of canyon. You know this to be the Valley of Echoes, the Hollow Canyon, known for its strange acoustics and ties to the Republic War effort. So you go down. Are you going to land along the ridge or inside the canyon? It is enough for your large ship.
Is there a way down, from like an obvious way down? from the
No, you'll
ridge?
have to climb. You'll have to descend or jump.
Let's land in there.
You land inside of the Valley of Echoes, this canyon, turning your ship sideways so that you can fit. And then you see the ground is... It's like people who have seen Cars the movie or, Route 66, right? Like it just has this sort of...
Radiator spring?
It's radiator spring?
Country twang vibe.
No, but it's what are those type of rocks called that have like the Grand Canyon?
Monument Valley
Like, what are those
Peak?
called?
Oh, like from arches that are like stacked?
Yeah, but like whatever that's called, that's
Like
the
a
type of rock.
Mesa.
Yeah, like a mesa. That's the right word for that.
okay.
It's like a mesa rock. It's
Like red rocks kinda.
reddish, and it's got its layers, and it's beautiful, and it's awesome. And so you guys landing in here, do a quick test of the atmosphere and understand that it's not as poisoned as once proclaimed, or at least maybe not here. So you're able to emerge without getting killed.
I'm going to ask the chat because I think it's sedimentary rock. If anybody, somebody look up what kind of rock that is. Now I'm curious. But anyway, go ahead.
Like the rocks in the mesa. No, that's it. So you guys are able to get out if you want to, but right now you understand you did a quick atmosphere check, and everything seems to be A-okay where you are. You are in the Valley of Echoes.
I think we can go out without suits.
So that's cool. Tanzai's going to go switch out his filter and on his mask.
Good call.
Can I discern realities? See what is keeping this place. Can I try to see what is keeping this place clean?
I like it. Go ahead and discern realities. And then at the same time, I need our Jedi to roll plus charisma.
12.
12. All right.
Yeah, I was trying to find a roll to do something. But
You
said
feel
do
an
that, so that works.
overwhelming pulse of the light side of the Force from beyond the canyon's sort of immediate area, just into the canyon. You'll have to walk that direction.
Nice to have a different change of pace.
You thought this was going to be like Rebels. It's not.
Marked XP.
Oh, so that's a fail, which complicates this scenario. You feel the overwhelming push of the positive side of the force. However, there's a sort of hair on the back of, we'll say, Tanzai's neck that sort of makes him, as you see G sort of say that line, right? The it's nice to feel this instead of the alternative, right? And just something on the back of your neck just feels off. It's not as, maybe not as clear skies as this bubble would lead you to believe.
Okay. People like us don't have strokes of good luck. It's just less bad.
You're telling me.
And so he'll draw his blade, and if we're gonna keep moving, and he's gonna try to keep an eye out for, and kind of like looking up along the ridges for like ambushes and things like that. He's gonna kind of keep an eye.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on alert too. Drax is gonna be like,
Yeah, I'll kind of be
right.
like, I'll be like, yeah, this is too it's too quiet. Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
So you guys leave the ship.
yes.
You emerge, leaving behind your posse.
Lock it. Beep beep.
We'll see a Trix Banto, played by a person in our chat, sort of is up against the window, like waving.
Oh, that reminds me. I'll get on the comms and be like, oh yeah, I meant to talk to you on the way over. So fake flashback. Tanzai wants to ask Trix if it's possible to possibly start fiddling with making me a prosthetic arm.
Sedimentary layered with sandstone and or shale.
Taylor, if you're at home,
Good to know.
I love you. Can you roll 2d6 and then hit us up in the chat and tell me what you get?
Nice. So yeah, I want to see if it's possible. But anyway, so yeah, we'll move on.
All right. So that's gonna happen at some point. Trix will eventually. Yep, she's getting some dice. She'll hit us up in a second. But so long story, you guys open the door. We'll say Trix is sure that she can help you, but she's gonna need some time. And so you guys head out into the open air, and you're able to walk in this sort of valley, and sort of that's when you see this sort of blue sort of glow, almost like a heat illusion, a mirage, if you will. And you look out and you see these people. That's 9 more beans.
9 more beans.
I tricked you into giving me more beans.
You tricked her into bantoing.
But also, she says, absolutely I can help you, but not this adventure. That is the result of the 9.
16.
The partial success, if you will.
I would like to flashback.
Oh, how so?
I'd like to scan the area before we land.
Okay.
Thanks, Taylor. Or thanks, Trix.
Scan the area. I mean, I'm into it.
For anomaly, I mean, this is a haunted gravesite, so
I'm gonna let you.
in a weird, clean bubble.
I'm gonna let you discern realities.
In the middle of nowhere.
I'll let you discern realities again,
Again?
because remember you failed earlier.
Yeah. Well, don't I need, like, the ship's sensors? Or is that not part of the scenario here?
I mean, you can use the ship sensors. You're still gonna roll discern reality.
Okay.
I'm giving you another chance because you found a new way to do it.
I didn't know if I had to roll for a flashback.
Oh, you're flashbacking?
Yeah.
I mean, you can go back in the ship and be like, I'm gonna try again.
Okay. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. And that is wisdom 10.
10. Are you gonna choose 3 questions from the list below?
I sure will.
While he's doing that, you see, Jeeve, those distant specters are indeed Force ghosts. Sort of an army of Force ghosts. There's probably 20 to 30
Wow.
of these Force ghosts sort of like waving in the air beyond sort of, we'll say, maybe 100 feet away.
That's a lot to take in.
All of them seemingly Jedi robed.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened here recently? What is about to happen? And what here is not what it appears to be?
I like your questions.
I was gonna say, I feel like those are great.
Number one
questions.
number one was, of course, what happened here recently. Well, the Battle of Geonosis fought a very critical battle near the Valley of Echoes. Many Jedi were lost. But recently, it seems that some of them are returning.
Okay.
And then your next question was, what here is not what it appears to be? What is not what it appears to be? How familiar are you with the Jedi arts?
Very.
Not you.
None. I'm not.
I know as much. I know, like, I've heard about him.
You've heard about him. Okay, that's enough for me. This is crazy. 20 Jedi just appearing, blue, like holograms. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
This is for sure not what it appears to be. And then your last question was,
What's about to happen?
what's about to happen? What's about to happen is a conversation. But how much can you trust?
All right.
It's a trap.
I feel like I didn't need to be in the ship for that one. Just run back out.
12 beans.
Guys.
You got a good vantage, we'll say, inside the ship. 12 more beans?
12 more beans.
Man, Michelle could not handle it.
Just like, is it an odd number at this point?
No, it's even.
Okay.
774.
Add it to the bean count.
It's a weird. It's a
Like,
weird
subscribe, hit
number,
the notification bell for more beans and Star Wars Ragtag.
Mhm.
See, I'm a 5s and 0s kind of guy.
If we get 3 more, we won the
So-
casino.
Not saying
You
we
guys,
do that.
I will
1,000 beans.
force you to move forward. You
Yeah.
walk in towards the Force ghosts in the distance, and one of them sort of comes nearby.
What's going on? Why are you all here?
The one walks up before you. His face.
Michelle said 1 more bean.
Whoa!
She said, okay, fine. 1 more bean.
And then said 775 right after. Or is that?
And then 2 more.
Man, you guys are just stacking them. All right, so
That's better. This
you
is
see
gonna
this
hurt.
person walks up to you and he says, the grave has been desiccated.
Whose grave?
Our grave.
Where?
He just turns. He points towards a nice curve around the canyon.
Who did it? And are they still here?
They might be near.
And he'll turn to Jeeve and be like, "What kind of sense are you getting off these guys?"
I told you from the get-go. It's one of the. It's nice to have a break from what we've been going through and what I have been feeling.
Am I still feeling kind of... I'm still kind of like, I don't think so.
I thought all the Jedi were... their bodies were recovered after the battle. Why do they still haunt this place?
They can haunt everywhere. If you could haunt someone and follow them around or go and do whatever, wouldn't you do the same?
I don't have a lot of experience to draw from.
So I want to try to figure out a way to... I want to parlay,
Okay?
but...
I'm trying to get him to do. If they have a reason to resist, then you have to roll. But
Right.
You can ask them to do whatever you want.
Right. So, and I'm going to use my interrogator. So instead of using charisma, I'm going to
You're gonna
use
threaten
strength.
violence against
Yes.
the Force ghosts.
I'll be
Are you
like,
gonna do ghost bust?
I'm like, if you're here because of a desecrated grave, I'll make sure that they never find the graves.
And he says, they found the graves.
Who's here?
He just starts to he says, come. And he and the 20 or so Force ghosts begin to walk in the direction.
Be ready. And he's gonna get his sword in his hand, ready to fight. So don't know what you guys are doing, but we should be ready to face something.
I don't like it one bit. I'll unholster and get ready.
So around the corner, you start to hear like a large growl, grumble, bubble sort of come from what feels like a throat. As you cross the corner, you see a pile of cooked, dark, ashy, burnt, smelly flesh. Like a pyre of the dead. Once robed, now burnt to crisp. And many what look like destroyed lightsabers and remains of technology left behind. And bearing the lead, atop it, a very large creature. Sort of extended middle body, like almost a Komodo dragon, but 3 times the size. 4 times the size, maybe. It could probably... It would struggle to swallow you whole,
Sure.
but it could get you. And it's just feasting on a pile of bodies.
So it wasn't necessarily the graves even, but they were just dumped here, it looks like.
And it turns your direction. Sticks out a long purple tongue, and almost sort of, you see barbs at the end of it.
Told you there's no such thing as good luck.
I don't think we're getting away with stealth this time.
And so
Maybe we're
Tanzai
just
will
not trying hard enough.
Tanzai will brace and make a defensive stance
Defend?
because it's at a distance, yeah.
Yes, it is.
And I'm not a distance kind of guy, so yeah, I'll do defense, which I don't even know where that is because I've never done it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, so this thing is about as tall as the 3 of you stacked on top of each other. It's like a big lizard with a big purple spiny tongue.
Get to roll plus con. Let's do that.
But you are at range, so if you wanted to take a shot at it, that'd be permissible.
Yeah. Why not?
All right,
Big scary monster.
sounds good. Go ahead and roll to volley.
So I got a 9. So that says I hold 1. So
Yes.
we can explain what that means later, but
Hold 1 just means that you get to, like you would choose a question,
Oh.
but you may do
it
those
after.
things when something happens.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. Makes sense.
Yep.
Rolled a 9. I'll pick that I have to hold steady to get the shot.
All right, so he holds steady, and you see this thing sort of like, and he starts to like move his like body is like squirmy, really fast and gross and lizardy, and then he sort of climbs down the pile of bodies, and then he just goes straight for the, and you fire. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Roll my damage is a D8.
It's coming right towards you.
I'm gonna defend.
He's holding still. Okay.
Oh man. It's not plus anything, right?
plus
It's just a
con.
straight roll on the damage
Well,
die.
well, that
Yeah, it's just the damage die.
1.
1, it hits him. He goes, ah! And he gets like really mad. He sort of rears up, but then he continues to squirm forward, and he's gonna, and the tongue sort of just because you had to sit still, you weren't able to dodge out of the way, and it
So
just hits you on the knuckles.
I'm going to use my 1.
Oh,
So I'm going to and draw all attention from your ward to yourself.
so Tanzai, in preparation for defense, sort of, we'll say, extends the blade out, and the tendril just like wraps around, and then hits him on the hand. Roll Defy Danger Constitution.
8, 9.
9. You feel as you're partially stunned, as whatever this is sort of like takes your arm, your one arm, and it stuns it. You can still move, but your arm is numb.
I'm gonna shoot the tongue.
You're gonna shoot the tongue. Man, that's gonna be a tough shot. I'm gonna have to give you disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
So
Can
that
I
was
aid?
that was a
You can.
that was a flag, by the way. So just remember that.
At the end,
Yeah.
we'll keep track of those.
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So what you're shooting the tongue, which means you roll 3 dice and choose the lower 2.
Oh, 3 dice, choose lower 2.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But that's the scenario in this moment. And you're choosing to aid, which actually makes it to where you take advantage. So you actually remove that. So let's roll again, but only take 2, because he's going to aid.
7, just barely.
Holding it steady with the force as this tongue sort of unravels around Tanzai's blade. Jeev holds out his hand, and then you're like, hold it steady. Boom, roll damage.
Roll damage.
And of course, this game is all about the flavor and all about description.
2.
2, you see as this sort of little like venom sac almost on the tongue, these little spines that are sticking out of the tongue at the very tip sort of burst and explode outward. I need you to roll whoever the closest is. In this case, it would be I'm going to expose Jeev to the danger because he chose to aid. Jeev, you see as it sort of explodes in your direction, it spins up, and whatever this venom is coming right towards you. I need you to roll Defy Danger Dexterity.
How long does this stun last?
It may not last much longer. This thing is going to be probably slaftered, but we'll see.
Okay.
I don't.
I'll make it take whatever you choose your next action to be.
Mm-hmm.
It must be unrelated to your arm. Cool. So I'll give you one unfortunate move you must make outside of your arm, but that is the penalty.
Yes, gotcha.
Start kickboxing. I don't defy. I don't.
You don't.
I got a 5.
5. Yes, absolutely. Mark experience. As you see this venom sort of hit you, and you are hit, and you are frozen stiff, and you fall along your side. As the thing sees that its venom has actually made contact, it turns and it's going in his direction. What do you do?
I'm going to switch to my Sonic Blaster.
Yes. Something
And-
familiar to this side of the world.
So in my next action, I'm going to interfere. Oh wait, no, that's another PC. Never mind. I was going to use that to get in the way, but
No, don't shoot it.
I was going to interfere with it's coming for
I
him.
mean, do you want to get in the way?
Yeah.
Then roll to defend.
So defend it. Okay.
Yeah.
I shoot. Volley.
Volley, yes. Bang.
9 again.
Jeev, like prey, lays on the ground. Tanzai steps in front of him.
And then I will do the exact same thing and take that and hold that 1 and draw attention to myself
Okay. All right, he's drawing the attention.
away from Jeev.
He steps right in the way. I'm going to have you, as it no longer has its poison, its venom, I'm going to need you to roll a d8.
Thanks.
7.
As it opens its mouth, you see it's sort of this what I can only describe as sort of bent nail-like protrusions out of its gums. It's clearly intended to rip and pull as it grabs onto your shoulder near your neck and just begins to pull, and then it pulls back and you take 7 damage.
Okay, so that will be reduced by 2 for my armor.
But it's not as bad as I described.
I got an 8, and I'll roll at disadvantage for damage.
Sounds good.
Do 2 damage.
2 damage. It's on its last legs.
So as that bite comes down, that shot of adrenaline goes through, and all of a sudden I can feel my arm again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to swing on it.
Go ahead and roll to hack and slash.
That's a good roll.
Nice
you
job.
That is a 10 on the die plus 3, so 13.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to just annihilate it.
Yeah.
D10 plus a D4 and a D6.
Oh, my gosh.
Just to make sure. 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
10 damage as he slices down grow back this. You slash its head off, and it falls to the ground. After a couple of minutes, Jeev, his body sort of reconvenes with its motor function and is able to move once more. Clever use of shooting the tongue. You guys are all very satisfied with the way the combat went, despite how it may have felt.
I shoot the severed head just to be sure.
Nice.
It flinches.
Now you got to reload.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's what I do. And he just kind of like limps away.
Michelle said, I will be
Shoot.
saying shooting the tongue forever now. Shooting the tongue. That's great.
Yeah, go
Gross.
to Journeys and I'll
Just
shoot
the
your tongue.
Met Journeys?
Well, I don't know what is it called.
Oh, I don't know. Claire's?
Is it Claire's?
They had the piercing gun. You don't ever
Yeah,
want to
whoever
do a
that
gun.
is. Was it Journeys? That was for the little girls back in the
Journeys
day.
was like shoes, I thought.
Was it shoes?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of?
You're thinking Claire's that had
Tell
like
us in the
that
chat.
did like the ear piercing and stuff, or Spencer's maybe.
Maybe.
Spencer's
That
was like the adult gag shop.
Kind of.
I don't know who's shooting tongues, but not me.
Not me anymore. I don't.
Zane only did it the one time.
That's enough.
So
I'm out after that.
it's all it took.
Didn't take.
All right, so the context here, obviously, is that whatever happened, they dumped the bodies here, and now these poor force ghosts wander.
So is there a way to determine where they came from? I guess would that be discern realities and see if there's anything around where like tracks or anything?
Yeah,
is there
I
any way to
like
determine
the
to put them to sleep? I guess put them to rest.
I see what you mean. Here's what I think you need to do. I think you need to roll to scout ahead.
Okay.
Can I talk with the Force Ghosts? One of them.
Absolutely. You walk up to the one of the Force Ghosts, female Jedi.
Does the name Krokuma mean anything to you?
You watch as her form sort of warps to the name, and then she responds and says, I do not know the name, but I know why it is you ask. The name itself carries the dark side. I can feel it in your question.
Is he here?
If he were here, I suppose by the sound of the fear in your voice, we might all be dead, not just us.
So I rolled a 10 on the die with no pluses.
Wow.
So
Choose two.
I discern a beneficial aspect of the terrain, shortcut, shelter, or tactical advantage,
Yup.
and make a discovery.
I like it. You're going to force me to improv. You're amazing person.
I was like, yeah, because no, we killed the enemies, so
All right, so you're looking around for footprints that are going to walk, right? That's kind of what you're on your knees doing, and then you sort of look over to Jeev, who instinctually, every so often, almost as if being trained, sort of looks up at the sky, and you recognize, the native Geonosians fly. You're not looking for footprints. You're looking for moments where they might have landed. So as you sort of judge the distance between travels, you recognize that maybe they've jumped and landed for a while. They've sort of flown for a second, then they've landed. And you see as there's sort of a path that resembles that goes in one direction. You've found the direction of maybe this hollow spire as you look over and you see all of these sort of what look like large anthills dramatically in the distance. You recognize that maybe that's where you need to go. But of course, you've also discovered something. And that discovery is that you look down and you see that one of the lightsabers in this pile of bodies seems to be intact.
okay. So, yeah, he'll walk over and pick it up, and he's gonna look at Jeev and be like, "Should I flip the switch?"
You can try it.
Make sure it's pointing away from you.
So he'll look at it, and then he'll look, and like the hole is pointing towards him. And he's like, "Yeah," and he like turns it around, and then he hits the button.
All right. Is it green? Is it blue? Is it orange? Is it yellow?
That's great because I don't know what those mean.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just you're choosing right now.
It's not purple though.
It's not purple.
Only
Could be.
Samuel Jackson.
So you said, is it red, green,
Red.
orange, or yellow?
No, is it orange? Is it green? Is it blue? Is it yellow?
I'm gonna go orange.
Okay, it's
My sister's favorite color.
It's a good color.
Yeah.
Orange lightsaber appears before you.
And I'll look at Jeev and be like, "You tell me."
There's actually a reason. Yay, I know things.
You spout lore.
Yeah.
And he
That's
crushed
great.
and he crushed it.
Yeah.
Friggin' balls.
Like I said, I know things.
And so he'll turn it off. Be
Orange is it's the color of someone who's had a commitment to the order, and they've started to lose their way, but they won't they won't cross that line.
Interesting.
So Jedi dropout, huh?
Sort of.
Knows where to bend and not break. I like it. So I'll look around at the Force Ghosts and I'll be like, whose is this? Do any of them, like, move?
Raise your hand.
Like, right. Who wants it?
And you get a lightsaber, and you get a lightsaber.
It seems that they all look down at it, and all of them are confused on why you found this lightsaber, and they don't understand it. They're like,
Interesting.
"Huh? Whose lightsaber is that? What could it be?" That
Interesting.
kind of a feeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. All the other lightsabers and all the like other gear and stuff on the ground, you said it's all kind of broken and mismatched and whatnot. Yeah, or no? Or I
Yeah, they're all kind of destroyed and
okay. So
piecemeal.
I'm gonna just kind of start grabbing all the scrap and stuff like that, and be like, maybe Trix will want it.
Yeah.
And so I just start bagging up some other stuff before we head on. Be like, and as I was looking, I think that's where Ziktar is right there.
Well, let's go get him.
You get sort of a message coming in from your ship.
Yes.
It's Sky once more. Sky says, "Hello, I have done my job and have found the location of the resonator. It is that stack over there."
Thanks a lot, Sky.
You're welcome.
Droids, man.
Just a little delayed.
Right.
Yeah, it's your Zoom call.
What was his background?
What was whose background?
Yeah, when like just never mind. The Zoom background.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see. His Zoom background. It was just the fuzzy version of the
blurred it
background.
out.
No, he just blurred it. He's like,
Blurred it.
I'm not going to try that hard.
I'm not trying to
room's
impress.
messy.
Right.
I just don't want you to see my mess. Like
Right,
it's,
right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
That's a double confirmation, I'd say.
Sounds like it. And then I'll just hand the saber to you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, you're not going to use it. Not going to wield it.
I mean, I have my blade. I mean,
It's your story.
all right. So I take it back. I'll be like, all right.
Actually,
I'll just try it. I'll try it out and see what happens. I'll play with it.
I'll use it. I mean,
are you
it's-
done looking at it? Because I think I'm gonna.
If it's there, I mean,
I'll fine. I'll use it like in one fight, and I'll be like, we'll see.
Once you get a robot arm, you can dual wield.
Right.
so as you guys are walking back towards the ship, you're gonna fly. You're gonna get out of this sort of ravine.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Yeah. Hop back in the ship.
Yeah.
Takes off and flies in that direction. How close are you gonna get before you land?
So you said, how recent are these tracks?
Good question. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's a sand planet, right? So fairly recent.
Which tells me that there's probably activity. And Geonosians, not the best bunch, to run into.
You're not wrong.
So maybe we land a little far away.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So you guys land far enough away that you're not gonna bother anybody. But you are in the middle of the desert, open air. You land. They draw. Not a bridge. What's it called? That's
The ramp.
Ramp. God, I hate that word.
It's like the third episode. You're
I know.
like, what is a ramp?
Ramp.
What is a ramp?
Call me Tony Hawk, I guess. I forget everything here. So the ramp extends, and you guys are leaving out, blowing in the wind, and you see as finally once more, Sky comes back and says, "Hey, wait! Whatever the signal was, it's gone. Are you sure that's the right direction?"
I look to Tenzai.
So yeah, is it the right direction from where I'm like?
That's where you saw that the tracks were going.
Then yeah. That's That's where I was tracking it.
We're sure.
Again, the signal's not coming from there. There's signals coming from nowhere. It's gone.
That's where the tracks go.
Okay.
What do you mean the signal's gone? It was coming from this way and then it just disappeared?
Well, it got harder to read, and then now it's gone.
They might be jamming us. They might know we're here.
Huh.
So let me clarify. He said that this is the general direction that the signal was coming from, but as we got closer to the quote-unquote source, it got harder to follow.
As you get closer to the source, he just was continuing to monitor it, and now he's saying that it faded away and he can no longer hear it. The signal is gone.
Okay.
It does. It's not like a Marco Polo scenario.
Sure.
It's just like this is the right way according to your tracks.
Yeah.
And yet also the signal is gone. So whatever that means to you.
Try taking the ship and fly around the area, see if you can find a stronger source for the signal while we investigate this hive.
Do you want me to alert you if I find the signal, or?
Yes, and then come pick us up if you find something.
I will come back if I find the signal.
Yes.
All right, who can fly this?
You're a droid. Download the driver.
Trix is gonna fly it.
Right.
All right, cool. So you guys are all outside this stack of what is essentially a giant anthill, right? And there's this holes kind of everywhere. You could enter from any point. What is your first instinct as you approach this large mesa-like structure?
I'd like PTSD is kicking in.
Yeah, but you look and you see in the very, very distance that there's just a wall and a big dome of green haze beyond what is safe in this bubble.
I would like to see if I notice any lookouts or any points of vulnerability or any signs of activity.
Yeah, I
That'd
like
be
it.
scouting ahead.
Is that scouting ahead?
It's your choice of either scouting ahead or discern realities.
Let me see which one has the better question for what I'm trying to figure out.
Which one do you have a better stat in?
Is Forge ahead? Is that what scouting ahead is?
No, there's one that says scout ahead. It's on the last
that
page.
would be despite the elements. There's no elements to despite.
There it
Yes.
is. Scout ahead.
Last page.
Lots of words. When you take point and look for anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, I like that. That's what I want.
Do it.
So
Don't mess up.
I know. Well, the questions. I have a better stat for my other one, but the questions are more what I want from this.
I love it. It's actually the same stat. They're both wisdom.
Oh, they're both wisdom?
Yeah, discern realities and scout ahead.
Well, then there you go. It doesn't matter. Oh, man. I'm going to mark XP.
All right, here's what happens. He goes, puts on a flashlight. Drex does. He starts to walk in one of these holes. What's the worst that can happen? And then he walks in the hole. And then you guys hear, "Ah!" And then he fades. Whatever that sound was.
All right.
So can I try to react somehow to it sounds like
he
he slid
scouted
away.
ahead.
All right.
That can't be good.
So I'm gonna walk
It sounds
up to
like he's sliding.
I'm gonna run up to the edge of the cave into the hole and just look in.
Yeah, it's a hole with a slide.
Do I see how far down it goes?
It's sliding, so it's maybe turning, maybe going down. You don't see where it
Are you
continues.
saying I slipped and fell down the slide?
Yes, you did.
And to think, while he was scouting ahead, I was going to discern realities and try to find old.
I mean, you can still discern realities.
I'm going to, but I was going to look for
We'll catch up to him.
You'll get it.
for
It's fine.
wreckage from the Clone Wars of the battles of Geonosis.
Go ahead and try.
See what I can find.
Dang.
He's
I'm
just in.
finding something.
He slid.
That is a 9.
9.
Yep.
Ask one. Keep in mind you have advantage on your next move to act on the answers. I keep forgetting to remind you guys.
What here is useful or valuable to me?
That's a good question. What here is useful or valuable to me? What is useful or valuable to you is the fact that now, as you're really, really close, you see a little bit of reflection along the top of one of these things, and you see that there's an antenna, a bit of metal that is extending out of this anthill, right? This big spire. And it looks like a sort of a frequency emitter.
I'm going to take that.
Oh no, it's at the top, the tippy top. It spirals like a little cord with a little bobble at the top of it.
That's where we need to go.
Like up at the top, this little little coil. And that's more like it's like the thing that sticks out of your car, right? Just like
Yeah.
yoop.
Antenna.
Yeah.
All right.
But you're going down.
So yeah, I'm gonna turn to Jeeve and be like, okay, so let's make a note of where that is. We need to get him back. And I'm going to use some of my adventuring gear.
Yeah.
Because I got 2 left.
Nice.
So I'm going to, and you tell me if this is one use or both uses, but like some kind of piton or grappling hook or something, and then attach a rope to it.
That's one use. That's brilliant. I love it.
Okay. So I'm going to like hook it to the cave or some rock and try to find something secure.
Yeah, a grappling hook would be one use. I'm loving it.
Okay. And then grab the rope,
Yeah.
tie it to myself, and be like, here we go. And down the slide.
Jeeve is now alone.
And hopefully it's long enough and I don't just hang myself on the slide as I go down. Just like halfway down, I was like,
What are you doing, Jeeve?
I think I'm going to follow behind. I don't want to be alone on Geonosis as a Jedi. That's
All
just...
right. You follow behind.
No.
I'm going to cut
Gets
to
rope burn on his back
Drex.
as he slides on.
Drex,
Right.
Drex, you're at the bottom of this tube.
Oh, and 10 beans.
10 more beans.
I got it.
You're at the. Thank you, Michelle. You're at the bottom of the.
Oh, it was 777.
You're at the bottom of the tube, and you splat into what looks like tar. What feels like mush, where the rain has collected like a sediment along the bottom of this tube. And then you look around and you see like large creatures, like things that would survive in the desert, like lizards, like the thing you just saw, but it's sort of like dead and stuck in this like tar-like substance. And then you're like, is that what I'm standing in? And you try to lift your leg and you're totally stuck. And then about halfway up the slide, you hear, ugh, as Jeeves slams into Tan's eye as the rope was not long enough.
Is that you guys up there?
Dang it.
Is that you down there?
Yes, it's me, dummy.
So do I have to use another adventuring gear and tie off another section of rope?
Hold on.
No. You realize that it's tied up in a knot and coiled and you're going to loosen it up.
Okay. I'm like, when you came down, you just wrapped yourself up in it. And you just hear us bickering, and then all of a sudden it's
And
like,
then the slide continues,
All right.
and then they hold right at the edge of the hole, holding onto the rope, not sliding into this tar. And I would say it's probably like a 30-foot drop. And his drop was soft.
Right. Because it's basically quicksand.
I wouldn't call it quicksand. I would call it tar. I would say any point of contact made against the ground is going to be considered a permanent point of contact. Currently, there are 2 points of contact. Your knees down.
But you said it was made of sediment, right?
It seems like a... Yeah. It's gross.
Gross. So, it smells like dead bodies down there.
It smells really bad.
There's some sort of
They're up there, 30 feet up.
definitely not quicksand tar down here.
so Tan's eyes, so you're stuck.
I'm very much stuck. What do you see up there?
The hole we came down.
It's dark, right? My flashlight
I'm
only goes
guessing,
so
yeah.
far.
It is dark. It is dark.
Is it just like a big cavern?
Here's what I'll do.
Just an empty room?
I'll have, because this is cool, Tin's eye, you blink, and then like you press some buttons, and then your eyes
On my
ignite an
goggles.
orange color, the
Yeah.
goggles, and you see into the room. You see along the walls. What's the bean count?
787.
787.
787 living, crawling, flying Geonosians
Oh my god.
all along the walls.
Okay.
This hive was a lot bigger than I thought it'd get.
Oh my gosh.
I was hoping it might be good this time, but of course not. All right.
We have determined the amount of beans. Any more beans added will be beans part 2. I do have another one.
Oh, no.
So, but go back to 0.
All right. Set the bean counter.
787 Geonosians, all along the walls of this massive cavern.
Are they asleep? Or awake?
Like the goblins in Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
they just sort of wait. Stare and wait. The little reflection of your night vision sort of makes
5
them all
beans.
look like monsters.
5 more beans. Okay. What do you see?
Asking that question.
So
You don't want to know.
He'll actually get on his communicator. Boop. Like, shut up. Boop, and he just turns it off. So he's gonna turn to Jeeves. He's gonna turn to Jeeves and be like, "There's got to be 1,000 of those things on the walls.
There's probably 787 of them.
That's oddly specific, but I'll take your word for it. You're the counter. I just fight stuff."
You hear ever so slightly, Jeev, this like, just like along the walls, like the wings sort of just adjusting, like sequence rubbing against itself, like just this weird sort of in the distance every so often.
So bloop, like, not to like freak you out or anything, but there's probably about 800 or so Geonosians on the walls.
What?
So
In the tar, standing there.
I start struggling.
so you said point of contact, right? Is stuck.
I did.
So
The whole floor
right.
is tar.
Get me the out of here.
So he's 30 feet down.
Yep.
So how do we get him out?
I'm gonna rifle through my adventuring gear and pull out my own grappling hook.
Yep. Okay.
Which actually was pretty standard issue. If you watch episode 1, everyone seemed to have one.
I know.
They all have a grappling
I'm
attachment.
gonna be like, somebody shine something so I can see.
Yep. This is where it starts to get risky.
That may expose us all.
I'm panicking.
So I'll be like,
Anyway, I
so
can
he,
just
yeah, so
yank him out
so real. Oh, that's a good question.
with the force. Is there any way I can just pull
Gonna
him out?
panic.
I am absolutely okay with
as,
that.
as you're gonna do that, he just goes over the comm. He's like, "This is gonna sound weird. Unbutton your pants. They need to come off." That's what stuck. You're not. Your clothes are.
Are you kidding me?
Give me a better idea.
I take my belt. I take it off. I restrap it as a bandolier. I take my pants. I take them off. Am I able to get free?
You get basically to your knees. The pants are down. What
Okay.
what does your underwear look like?
My underwear.
Is it briefs? Boxers?
It's red and blue stripes.
Okay, they're boxers.
No, they're like a Speedo.
Oh, okay. Tighties. I like it.
Tidies.
I'm into it.
Can I say I pull one leg out?
You're careful as you recognize if you pull any like lower, if it has its freedom, the tar is going to move itself in. So you're going to have to sort of be out in one fell swoop.
Okay.
I wouldn't try it.
So
Like if you open a gap, the tar is going to move its way, pushing against the pants. Right?
okay.
So you'd be like a flamingo trying to keep yourself up.
So so we're all on comms, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Most important thing is relax. We got this.
How am I supposed to relax? I'm stuck in this pit of death.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn on my flashlight. As soon as you see it, you fire towards it. And as soon as you see the grappling hook, you use the force and pull him out.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
So if I may, we're struggling as one.
Ooh, here we go.
I like the struggling as one. That's a great idea. Yeah, defy danger as a group. So who's got the highest stat that they could add to this?
I have a +3 dexterity.
And I have a +3 to strength.
I have a +2 charisma.
I think that you're gonna have to argue for finesse here. I think
Sure.
Drex is the one
Sure.
to do this.
Fair enough.
As it's all going to be a perfect moment of timing. Drex basically is going to feel this. Roll plus dexterity to struggle as one.
Okay.
Will this also by chance be undertake a perilous journey?
Oh, wait. So everybody rolls.
Everybody rolls. Oh, I see. Oh, say how you deal with it.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, charisma, strength, and dex.
Yeah.
He's being finesseful. You're pulling along the rope.
Yep.
And then you're using charisma.
Yeah.
Perfect.
9.
I love
That's
it.
not
Thank
bad.
you for reading the
9.
fine print. 9?
9.
It's not bad.
Oof. With my plus, I got an 8.
Pull your weight. Pull your weight.
12.
Nice.
Wow. All right.
These Warhammer dice are nice to me.
So you see as you shoot, it hits the wall, makes just barely any sound. Tenzai grabs it, wraps it around his forearm, his one forearm, and is prepared to, or with his arm.
Yeah,
Just
just
wraps it up, wraps it up, and then pulls it off the wall, and is just holding it. He's pulling you, and as the thing sort of begins to go, Jeeve uses the force. And he begins to pull in his direction, and just in that very moment, I have to hit this button.
I like to imagine when that happened, I had kind of like undone my pants, so they were kind of at my hips.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, you just see me fly out of my
Yeah, you do. You do fly out of your pants.
Like, so the pants kind of stand up on their own for a second and then fall back down.
So he pops out of the pants, and then you guys are so dumb. And
This is the best game ever.
I need someone to clip that.
oh, I'm sure it'll be short.
there we go.
And then all of a sudden, you see as all 787 of these things just start going. And like start flying around like they are just moths shaken up in a jar, and they begin to move in your direction, like descending like vultures. They're coming, they're trying to grab. It seems like none of them are really armed, and if they are, they're too scared of the sonic blast harming the nearby allies. So it's more of just a swarm of enemies. But you begin to climb this hole, and you see some of them are like grabbing onto the rope, trying to pull after you. Some are trying to fly in this weird sort of spot. But what are you doing as you're trying to climb out together along this rope?
It's a hole, right?
It's a tube.
Behind us,
Yep.
I would like to shoot at the ceiling with the sonic blaster.
Oh, try to like bring down the collapse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm into it.
Yeah, I was going to try to chop some stuff as I'm going, like,
I think you need to roll plus intelligence to enact a clever plan.
Okay. 8.
Nice.
8. All right. Here's the scenario. You look up and you see that there is a point when you could collapse their exit. Maybe not the whole chamber, but collapse the exit into this hole. They may still be able to get out, but you will have bought tons of time for you guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. You rolled already, right? 8.
8.
That was it. You bought tons of time. You fired. It blasted. Somebody's subtracting beans.
yeah, it's
I was about
you
to
lost
say.
125.
But it's
We're at negative
Are
120.
we in bean debt now?
we're in bean
We are in
debt.
bean debt.
It could be good this time. This
Taylor,
could be
we're in bean debt.
we're down 120. We're gonna owe beans.
This is wild. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I'm trying to figure out what the negative of this is gonna be because it's not quite. We'll see.
There's negative 125 Geonosians.
We just killed 120 Geonos.
Right. But you see, as the hole collapses, you guys are able to
So
crawl to the
that's
top.
the negative.
You see,
Okay.
you see as you get to the top, it's warm, but your legs are exposed, and that's fun. And then everybody else is sort of looking as you see this like swarm of Geonosians, these flying insectoid creatures. They have 2 arms, 2 legs, and they got mean droid-looking faces, like the long. That's what they're based on.
Yep.
Right? The long, big chin. If you picture like just a pointed face, and they're they're brown and gray in hue, and their wings are sort of shimmer in the sunlight, a greenish color, and they are coming at you. You see as some of them begin to draw weapons, like these sonic blasts, green energy coming in your guys' direction as they all sort of swarm up in the air. However, you did not have to deal with the whole problem, so we've skipped that. But now we just have men. I don't know if there are girl Geonosians, but you can't tell because they're all just up there.
I don't know if you can tell up close either.
No, there's only one girl Geonosian. They're the queen types.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
So they're all men.
I'd like to radio to Trix and be like, get the ship open here right now and shoot any Geonosians out of the sky that you see on the way.
All right, I like it. So you begin to hear, you see your ship in the distance. It's small, but it's coming and circling back around.
So we need to move towards the place that you saw the antenna, yeah?
Yes.
So that would be up.
Okay, up we go.
I think we should do that after we get in the ship. Just keep the ramp down and go up. Try to snag it on the way out or something.
We need to be on the move right now until the
Yeah.
ship gets
There's no time. What do you do?
Start, is there a clear path up? Or no, they can fly.
You're gonna have to climb.
I start just running towards the direction of the ship.
Yeah.
Shoot, and then serpentine and like shooting at.
Yeah, you're running. Go ahead and just defy danger dexterity to just like tuck and roll and do all that cool stuff with your pantless body.
Dexterity, 10.
Okay,
So
awesome. You are ducking, dodging, being awesome.
Let me kind of just catch up on like mentality here, because like
Yeah.
we clearly need to be here for some reason, right? Are
Yep.
we leaving the area?
He's saying that I believe, if I understand Jeev correctly, he wants to hop in the ship and have the ship take you guys up to the top.
Yeah.
And then that
Okay.
way you can
Just jump
deal
from
with
there.
it. Yeah.
Hopefully splatter
Rather
some-
than having to free climb.
Okay, fair. Okay, because I was like, I don't want to leave.
No,
okay,
we're not leaving,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
We
still
splatter
need to
some
get answers.
Geonosians on the windshield
Fair.
on our way up.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah.
Just spray some raid, you know.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you guys are running.
Same. I'm
He's
following.
ducking, dodging, weaving. What are you doing?
I'm doing the same.
Ducking. Okay, awesome. What does ducking, dodging, weaving look like as you use your strength? Because that's your best stat. How would
I'm
you
just
do
gonna
that?
barrel through.
You're gonna barrel through them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and light up the saber.
All right, go ahead and roll defy danger strength.
Let's give this a shot. And he swings it around and starts running.
Oh, I love the idea that you swing it around and you're holding it along the forearm, like the
Yeah.
Tonto style hold. So he's like blocking blasts coming his way.
Charisma, force speed.
Okay, I like it.
That's my flavor. And a flavor it is.
What'd you roll?
8.
8. Okay.
9.
9. So these partial successes, you see as sort of they're coming at your heels. They're beginning to descend and try to grab you. They seem to want to not necessarily kill you, but they want to. Some of them want to grab you, and then some want to kill you. So it's a bit of a mix. And you see as one of them gets blasted by its own sonic not its own, but like another one shoots the Geonosian,
fire.
and it just dissipates into ash immediately in front of you. Just like its heel gets hit, and then it just whole thing becomes ash and gets destroyed instantly. Just to show you the power of these weapons.
Yep.
And as you guys are getting towards the ship, you see as Drex is hightailing it. I don't know if it's because he's wearing a Speedo or what, but he's faster than all of you. And he gets over towards the ship. As the ship sort of descends, the ramp is extended, nailed that word, and then you jump up quickly without even having to make it an issue. And then you start to sort of hang on to the ramp's hydraulic push device, and so you're just grabbing onto that and extending out a hand ready to help your friends. However, because they did not roll enough, they're still having to run away. What are you going to do now? You're still running towards the ship as Drex extends his hand out towards you.
Yeah. So, Jeev, are you next to me then?
Yeah, you guys are running together. Like,
Can I be like,
think so.
and
providing
he's like
covering
blasting
fire?
stuff out of the way. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of keep doing the same
You can
thing.
aid if you'd like, whatever one of them decides
I'll aid
to
with
do.
covering fire.
Who are you
Yeah.
going to aid? Choose your ally.
Who's doing worse?
I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing, and I've got a +3 to do so.
You have to call it as they're about to roll.
Okay.
I'd go with him.
I'm going to do the same
Who's got the
thing.
worst stat?
He does.
I'll aid Jeev.
Okay. I don't need it.
Okay.
Neither do I.
Good.
13.
Then it's all flavor.
11 on the die for 14.
Wow.
11 on the die for 13.
Wow. So you guys,
There we go.
so you see,
He's like, he's not gonna beat us.
Yeah.
Tanzai is very quickly. He sort of is running aggressively, and something within you sort of ignites. Something in the back of your mind that tells you to sort of slow down a little bit. Do you listen to it?
Sure.
So you sort of slow down a little bit all of a sudden, and Jeeve jumps up using the force, grabs onto Drex's hand, yes, and Drex pulls him in the ship, and you just see why is Tanzai still out there? Like, why is he waiting? He sort of goes down to a jog. I need you to roll plus charisma.
Oh, that's not good.
Give yourself a plus 2.
I was gonna say,
Okay, so I'm at a +1 then.
Yep.
Oh,
nice.
That's a 10.
there you go.
So, Jeeve, somewhere deep inside, there's some sort of a translation, some sort of a something that happens, and you recognize why he has stopped. And you hold out your hand, and you see as Tanzai bends his knees down, and he's prepared to launch. And you understand that he might be the spring, but you are the mechanism that will help him do it. What do you do?
A jump.
I was gonna say, I think that's aid.
Yeah, jump, roll plus strength.
And an 8.
And plus, and all right, so at advantage then, if he's aiding.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh no.
So I rolled 2 1s, but I rolled a 4, which puts me at 4, 5, plus 3, puts me at 8.
8?
That was close.
You needed that advantage.
Yeah, I did.
So I don't know if you guys caught what just happened, but for some strange reason, Tanzai just used the force. Just ever so slightly. Something told him, something tickled him to do what he's about to do. It was
There's
I'm
like
the- I'm the
30
DM.
dead Jedi.
Beans got added. And then there was just this launch as Jeeve pushes him in the air, and Tanzai, you are a missile who is going to soften the landing for their descent. As now you're launching in the direction of this antenna.
Oh, okay.
He has launched you in that direction. You recognize that. Why are you running away when you need to be running towards danger? That is what you do.
Straight.
And so towards the danger you are. He slams into the antenna, catches on, and he's now at the top.
Of a mountain?
Yeah.
He jumped that high?
He jumped plus a force push.
Oh my god.
Plus G being like, shoo,
You jumped like Ang Lee's Hulk, man.
just, shoo. He's up in the air like John Carter. Just, whoosh.
And I'm just gonna look down and be like, "That was sick," and turn it off.
They're
and
like 15 to 20 stories up in the air.
That's dope. That is dope. All right.
You guys circling around. Shoo.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing?
So do I just annihilate this thing?
You're prep. Are you going to destroy the emitter, or are you going to like?
I mean, I don't know. So I'll hit the comms and be like, "Sky, there's an emitter. What do I do?"
Can we disconnect it?
Hold on. What does it look like?
I describe it, and he said it's kind of like a curly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Is it
it's curly. It looks like a. It's a duck's penis.
What? What's a duck?
They're in Star Wars. They are canonically in.
It's curly and.
No.
That's the best way I can. That's the best way I can describe it. It's what it looks like.
Pig's tail.
No.
Yeah, pigs.
Oh yeah.
There are plenty of farm animals that
Hey,
do
come
not
on.
include the word
I want
penis.
to. I want to do a flash. I want to do a flashback real quick. I'm like, hey.
No, while I recuperate, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in 15 minutes while I reprimand this man for making me say that word today. All right, we'll catch you in a second. Welcome back to How Many Beans? This is Star Wars Ragtag. I'm the arbiter of this game.
Can I ask for some, the can you switch it over to me real quick? I just want to be very serious here for a moment. As we went to intermission, I was kind of talked about, or it was pointed out that there was many other ways that any sane person could have described the antenna. So I emailed my therapist. We now have something to talk about on Monday. Mm-hmm. Just wanted to put that out there that everything's fine. I will be okay. So sorry. Go ahead.
Proud of you, man.
Thanks.
It's good. Takes a brave man.
You gotta admit, when you make a mistake.
Take something thrown their way and really just duck under it.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Moving on.
Oh, it's so good. We're a bunch of quacks here. Star Wars Ragtag. So, all right. All right, so there are monsters. There are Geonosians. They are flying insectoid humanoids, and they are coming your direction. Except Tanzai is atop this anthill spire, and that is crazy. And he's got around an antenna, and he's got an orange lightsaber. What's this about? The other two are in their ship, flying in your direction, incoming quickly.
So it's like,
You struggling there, bud?
right?
Just Coca-Cola, man.
it's bubbly. So yeah, he's like, Sky, no time. What do I do? he starts playing music. I'm like, all right. And he starts dancing.
He said, whatever you do, don't duck it up. I need you to, pull it out.
And he cuts it. And grabs it.
Okay, he cuts the antenna.
Or
I need you to roll the
destroy
hack
it.
and slash.
Okay. The last time I rolled these was double ones, so
Yeah. Oh,
that is 6, 9.
9. Okay.
There you go.
So you deal damage, but also suffer whatever I decide is happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So you cut the antenna, and you just feel immediately this like. You ever been on an airplane and your ears pop and you're like, there was nothing to pop, but they popped anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of what happens in this moment where you're like, I'm not that high up in the air, except for the fact that just right after you do that, there's just sort of like a something changed, some sort of feeling in your soul just changed, and then you see it, the sky, green haze, and all that is around begins to come in your direction. Aggressively, quickly, like a typhoon of death.
Yeah, but he's got the filter.
No, he switched it out.
Yeah,
Well,
he's-
I changed the filter.
yeah, he cleaned to one that was. Yeah, he got
Yeah,
one that
but
was
it's on
clear.
the ship, right?
No. Like I wear a mask all the time.
No. But your mask Oh,
Yeah,
That's why I
he
changed
you just
swapped
got
it
the
out.
new one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I swa-
kind of like
yeah.
kind of like you're supposed to do with your furnace filter every 3 months.
Yep.
Yeah, I took my
does that?
old filter out because I knew it was a nasty place. I took my old filter out and put a new one in.
I'm gonna say, Tanzai, get on the ship now, and I'm gonna run in.
Well, you're not running in. The ship is sort of like coming in towards the direction.
I'm already on the ship.
Are you gonna? Oh, you're running in the ship.
I'm running up the ramp
Ding, ding, I
into an air pressurized room on the ship.
All right, you are in the ship, ready to go.
So as it approaches, are any of the Geonosians getting caught in this?
Well, so it's not. I guess I should have described this maybe a lot better. So like Wakanda, right? Inside Wakanda is like not invisible. Outside Wakanda, you can't. It just looks like just dome, right?
Yeah.
It's just so you can't tell. So in this case, it's like a massive dome of clear air. On those edges, on those outskirts, the gas is moving quickly. It's moving at like 100 miles an hour coming your way.
Okay, so it's like piling in.
Just like it's coming in.
It's rolling in, yeah.
Fast, yeah.
So what are the Geonosians doing? Like, that's-
Panicking, aggressively panicking.
Okay, so they're still
Some of
kind
them are
of
going underground. Some of them are going in their holes.
this makes no sense. Like, okay, as the ship is coming, he's gonna hit. So you're flying now, yeah?
I guess so.
Or is that what you said? Buckled in, right?
I just said. he
Or,
put on a
okay.
signal 'cause
So
it's
whoever's
like-
flying. So as they're coming in, but I'm gonna hit Sky again and be like, signal. It's a signal back.
This is asking Sky.
Yeah.
He says, no,
this makes no sense. So he's just getting frustrated, and he's not smart enough to figure this out. So he's like, all right. And so he just looks for where the ship is, and he's ready to jump onto the ship whenever it gets close.
Yeah. All right. It's getting close. What are you doing, Jeep?
And he's gonna just kind of like crouch down again and just see what happens. But he does not have the saber on. He's turned it off.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
One of the Geonosians flies aggressively at Tanzai, grabs him by the shirt, and goes.
That's pretty good. That was very good. Yeah. Your accent's a little weird, but
I know, it's a little too Jewish.
So it's not attacking me, but it's like trying to tell me something.
Yeah, he's trying to speak to you, shaking your shirt.
Do we have any? I don't know.
Rex just make like a translator.
Yeah, sure, instantaneously. She's here today.
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Do we have anything like that?
He's just like.
You've gotten really good at that. Like, that's
Do-
concerning.
Let me ask this: do any of us know Geonosian, and would have heard it over the comms?
I guess the weird question is always, it's Star Wars. Should there be
Right.
subtitles for what I just said?
Right, because everybody just knows how to speak.
Should there
everything.
be subtitles for what I just said? Would Tanzai have that? Like, is he a well-traveled boy?
Yeah. That's
I mean,
the
yeah,
question.
because we.
So then, for sure, there are subtitles. We'll just say.
I mean, because we gallivant all over the place.
We got some more beans. Michelle has put 75 beans back in the game.
All right, so we are now only negative 25.
Yes, if you recall, halfway through this event,
45.
we did the bean announcement. I've now put
We're
them
negative
in
120
the
plus
description.
75. It's 45.
In the bottom of the
Twice.
video, you can go to the bean
put 10
review.
in there.
I put it in our
Oh,
last
okay,
video.
I
Did you
see.
see that? It's fun. Now I'm gonna do it
you're
again.
right. Never mind.
I'll do it again.
I will. So in this moment, he says, "Oh, more beans." He says, "Oh, it's minus." No, wait.
That's a plus.
She said,
Minus 75 and then plus 15.
"I see what you're saying." You're good.
Oh no,
Not-
she switched it to plus.
I get it. You're good.
It was a dash.
She was scared. She got scared. It's okay. It's fine. All right. So the subtitles read, "What did you do? You are death. You have become death."
Destroy
Interesting. I'm like, Tanzai just kind of, yeah, sometimes, and then just kind of pushes it away.
Pushes him. He flies away, and he's like,
So yeah, he'll light the saber up again and just like, kind of hold it and be like, because does it like fly away, or is it just kind of like?
he rejoins the swarm. we'll
Okay,
say.
so then never mind. So I just wait to jump.
The ship sort of flies, descends in. You're able to jump back on the ramp as all these Geonosians are sort of panicking. The gas, we'll say just in the moment as you guys close the ramp all the way back up, the gas sort of fills in the space. Green-hued death. Tanzai now has the highest kill count in any game I've ever done.
That transmitter must have been holding back the gas left over on the planet from the Scourge.
This doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? I just explained it.
Well, I mean, yeah, that part for sure. Like that part I can figure out. The part I don't understand. Why are we here? Like, where's the signal coming from? It was supposed to be coming from here. Was it to lure us here? Was it a trap? There was nothing.
I think we just followed the Geonosians to their house because we thought it was a lead, and then we killed them all.
So, this is not his cup of tea or his strong suit, but he's going to try to discern realities in as much to try to figure out why we're here. What's the like trying to put the pieces together? You know what I'm saying?
I'm into it.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. I just didn't know what questions I would ask. So I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
That's a fail.
I'll aid you.
Plus wisdom?
I'll aid you.
Okay, never mind.
It's a wisdom.
I got
so
aid.
I got plus.
Well, so now you get another die.
Yeah.
So I got a 7.
7. Okay, you get one question.
Yeah, that was better. That's a 10.
Okay, that's 3 questions. You guys can obviously decide to pick different questions.
So yeah.
However, I will
You do
give,
3, I do 3?
I'll give
I get
Tanzai
one.
Oh, you get 1.
specific responses.
Yeah.
Right? And I give Jeeves specific responses. I tend to modify them to reflect the way that I think your character would perceive the scenario.
You're pretty
so,
fair about it, yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what's the point? Why did we come here? All that kind of stuff, right? So my question is going to be, what here is useful or valuable to me?
Michelle is found not guilty for the whoopsie daisy. Okay,
Not guilty.
Oh.
I'm just participating in the chat. What are you doing?
What?
What did you ask?
Oh, sorry. What here is useful or valuable to me? Because he's just
Yeah.
trying to rack in his brain about what is the point? What are we supposed to be doing here, kind of thing.
All right, so when you're useful or valuable to you, well, you are holding an antenna in your hand, and you see it coiled, and it is there, and you recognize that this is a sort of emitter that would be emitting something, right? Or is it? The question at the beginning of this whole thing was, after my flub, you understood that this was a receiver. This whole thing was a receiver. So if we're getting a signal, and then the signal disappeared, it means either the signal left, or it moved, or turned off. But if this is a receiver,
Where did it come from? Where did
what
the
was
signal
it?
come?
What was it receiving? Sure, but where was for example, you have a monitor on a computer.
Sure.
Right. A computer without a monitor, what is it?
It's blank.
It's a block.
Right.
So a receiver without a device to receive it,
Oh, okay. It's just a thing.
it's just a receiver.
Okay. So, all right. So he's like, "Look, I'm gonna mess with this thing. You guys, let me know if you have anything up."
With that in mind, what should I be on the lookout for?
Okay.
What's about to happen? And who or what is really in control here?
I'm a human being. You're gonna start with the first question. Go ahead. What was it?
What should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for. Okay, so you look around. You look outside. You just see green gas. You guys are still floating in the air. You should be on the lookout for. A Geonosian slams into the side of the place. Its eyes crying acid as it melts along the side of your window. That one didn't live. What should you be on the lookout for?
Tanzai's is like,
You should be on the lookout for. You should be on the lookout for something deeper, because they gassed the planet. The Empire gassed the planet. They destroyed this planet. Why did this live? Was it always here, or was it put here?
What is about to happen?
What is about to happen is you guys are going to discover that you are going to need air filtration, fully insulated, in order to go on this planet once more.
Like spacesuits, basically.
Yes.
And who or what is really in control here?
You sense those Jedi in the distance. That seems more like a coincidence the more time you spend where you currently are.
A red herring.
I'm going to relay all of that to the group. Just, yeah.
so Tanzai is gonna be like, he's gonna turn to Sky and Trix, just over the kind of intercom or whatever, like, Trix, Sky, I need your help. And then he's gonna try to basically say like, all right, we need to plug this into something and figure out what it actually is supposed to be doing, as opposed to like just creating this force field kind of situation. It feels like it shouldn't be doing that.
Right. So, Trix and her bag of tricks. She opens up and is looking for some sort of like material that might help you assemble
And then I'll be
something
like,
or figure
and
out.
so I'm gonna reach into my bag and be like, what about this? and like some of the stuff that I picked up.
yeah,
those
some of those like
parts.
lightsaber parts
Yeah.
and stuff.
And I just toss her the bag.
Yeah, so she just dumps it into her strange bag, and is starting to like assemble some pieces. She pulls out a like a cranked toy duck, puts that away. I'm just gonna keep bringing it up. No, it's fine. No,
part is she
she's
cranked?
trying to help you, right? So in this case,
Like this.
she acknowledges basically to you that like the receiver, it's missing what it's connected to. You've severed this thing, and so what she does is she reaches her little fingers in. Yes, Mary Poppins bag, and she pulls out all of the sort of wires within it. And so she just like her fingers are tweezers, how small they are, and she pulls out all the wiring.
And as she's starting to kind of put this stuff together and be like, to Sky, I'm gonna say, if she turns this thing on, is there a way for you to kind of like protect us from any weird signals and stuff this might throw out?
I am a droid.
Okay, I'm an idiot. I don't know. And so I'll just like, you can go away then, I guess.
Sorry. Yep. So Trix pulls out all the things, and has these two wires, and she says one receives and one delivers.
Okay.
And she says the red wire receives, and the gray wire delivers.
Okay. So attach you said the red and the red receives, gray
The gray
sends.
delivers.
Attach the red.
She attaches the red to like a little radio, and then there's like all of a sudden like a really loud like squeak, and she sort of like holds it back away from herself, and she's like, it's an emitter. Like it's not an emitter, but like it's an amplifier. It is very, very strong.
Okay.
Like whatever is coiled in here, whatever this wire is made of, is very, very, very strong.
Okay.
So it can receive from very, very far away.
But it's not currently receiving anything specific.
Well, obviously it's broken.
Oh. Okay. I thought so. So what do we need to fix it?
And she just points to the little radio. What did it connect to? Where did you pull it from?
Oh, the building. So we need to go back to the building and attach the thing. I'm lost.
JD doesn't, or
I have.
Okay, so the context.
Both of us
you're
have
fine.
no
The context, at
freaking
least
clue what
the
you're
way
talking
that
about.
I'm trying to explain it is, you need to find what it connected to.
And plug it back into that, or plug anything
Just
into.
what is it connected to?
Okay. All right. So let's,
Like was it connected to a person? Was it connected to a radio? Was it connected to a computer?
Oh,
Was it
okay.
connected to a power source? Was it it's just an antenna.
Oh, okay.
Which is like at least in my head, it's the fingernail. Where's the finger?
Okay. So we need to head back to the building.
I'm sorry if that wasn't obvious. That was my bad.
No, you're good. I was
Yes.
just like,
Do we have spacesuits on board?
Yes.
Suit up.
All right.
does my mask work for that, or do I need to like gear up?
I'll let you be free of spacesuit.
Okay.
All right. Take us.
You gonna wear a spacesuit?
I feel like you have to.
Okay. I just was. It's your fiction.
I don't think I'll breathe gas.
I use the force.
I just like making
Face
air
bubble.
bubble with the power of the good God Almighty. Okay. I am free from all sin because of my devotion. I don't know why I decided to go that route.
It's like the Jedi are Eastern mysticism. I don't know.
Yes. So you zip up all of you're finally wearing pants again.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Hey.
I'm gonna
That's-
wear these.
I kind of forgot he's been like just speedoing it this whole time until
yeah.
just now.
That's
Forgot.
my number one problem as a potential author is I keep forgetting the details that I made up earlier and I forget to reference them over and over, which is why I'm practicing on the duck joke. So
Just don't screw it up.
oh, that was good. That was good. That was good.
I'm gonna wear these space pants for the rest of the game until
Forever.
further notice.
Perfect.
Because I don't have any pants.
You lost
That's
your
fair.
pants.
They are tarred.
So they're
So-
slightly bigger than they should.
To get the story going again, you guys all step off the ship, back on the ground or on the top?
Back on top.
Yeah.
Back on top, sort of. You guys no gas gets in your ship. That's going to be dangerous, and you're now on top of the ant hill, essentially. The Geonosian hill. And you see as bodies slumped over the edge, missing fluid. They're like shriveled up raisins of what they once were. As they hang over the edge. And
I kind of just kicked them off to the
bodies.
side.
One of them falls. You just hear like a...
Disgusting.
So we'll go take a look at like where it broke off from, and is there like just a hole, or is it like
It's like a piece of metal, like basically like a little sticking out.
right? But like around it, is it like is it a conduit, or is it just like it's been like a really fine small hole through the stone?
I'm
cut it
picturing
off, right?
I'm picturing that the tube is about as big as the can in like a standard can.
Okay. And then like the wire and whatever is coming out of the
Was
middle.
sticking out of it. Yeah.
So is there a way to see down how far it might go down, or we need to get inside somehow?
Well, there are holes all over this hill.
So we need to go in.
Aren't we trying to reattach it?
We can.
Do you want to? Well, the Geonosins are dead.
That's a fair point.
Are they?
Yeah, they've been gassed.
That's fair. So I'm going to be like, Gray, where's the emitter?
Let's try it.
So yeah, I'll try to hook up the
Yeah. Hook
gray.
up the gray wire. Go ahead and just go ahead and roll 2d6 for me. There's a standard luck roll for the scenario.
9.
Okay. So you connect this emitter, and you sort of feel this like half waft as sort of the gas from this basic area sort of pushes back a little bit
Okay.
out of these holes, just like air.
Okay.
And some of the gas sort of exits. I mean, it's still nasty, and you can't quite fix it, but
Sure.
it does sort of give away a little bit.
Okay. So it gives us a little wiggle room. Let's go inside.
Sure. Trix, do you want to come repair this while we're investigating so it fully functions?
She thumbs up,
All right.
puts on just like a helmet, duct tapes the bottom.
Sounds right.
No air supply.
She's very small.
Just massive helmet and like
She's just like hamster balling it.
I mean, there's no other way to do it.
That's funny.
I like it.
All right, so you guys enter this tube. You're able to sort of cling yourselves to the walls. You can't really see but 10 feet in front of you with all this gas and the lights that are coming off of your spacesuit helmets. And you're walking through the area. I need somebody to roll to... The difficulty here is that I want you to roll because I want something bad to happen, but I also don't necessarily see... I'm just going to make bad stuff happen because I can. I'm the boss.
Okay. Well,
So
let's roll so we
seem
get
very
something
fair.
out of it.
That's so true. That's so true. I like it. Fine. Just roll 2d6, and if you fail, it's super awesome.
I failed.
All right.
Awesome.
So we walk in this hallway essentially, and as you go down, it spirals, and eventually you reach what seems to be a large cubic modem.
Modem?
Like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a big, about the size of a crate. It has little squarish lights on the outside, and it's just a box.
Under one it says online and it's blinking red.
It just is a box.
Okay.
Trix was Taylor played Trix. That's if you go back and watch a couple episodes ago, Taylor played Trix. That's if you're like, I don't know what's happening. She's like, can Trix voice in as a guest NPC? Well, that was like, that's a thing. We did that.
Sure. Yeah. What are you gonna call?
Oh, you're gonna call in?
Put her on the phone.
Put her on the phone.
Put it right next to
Be like, yo, what'd you want, Taylor? Nah, she's far away. You can always come back, Taylor. You're always welcome.
Right?
Um,
She said,
there's-
"Oh, interesting."
There's room for 4 at the table.
There is room for 4.
We fit like 8 here before for his bachelor party.
We did. Yes, but it was
So is there-
not enough mics.
is there a way to like
Still,
I mean, Tanzai has no clue what this thing is. I'm guessing, because this is not his area of expertise in any way, shape, or form. Does it look like the conduit from the top is connecting to it?
It might. It's just like there's so much rock. It's really hard to tell 10 feet in front of you. I mean, it's a box.
Can I inspect any writings or
You may absolutely discern realities.
Features.
I was gonna say, can I discern realities to see if this would be like Clone Wars tech I would have learned?
You can sprout lore. And
Sure.
then Tanzai, I want you to roll plus charisma.
Oof. Oh, that's no, not even close. I have a -1 to charisma.
Mark. Oh, that's okay. Did you mark experience?
Not yet.
That's an 8.
Okay.
So I got a 4.
4. All right.
That puts me 1 point towards my next.
Oh, by the way, so we get advantage on our next move to act on the answers.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's the thing. I
need
just
to
keep forgetting to remind you.
I need to keep track of that.
Mhm.
So I rolled a 7.
Let me resolve Tanzai's feeling
Sorry.
first.
Go ahead.
It's fine. No. I like it. But just keep your question in mind. Tanzai, you get a feeling. The back of your neck. Similar feeling. But in this case, it just feels like death. It's like a smell in your mind. That rancid, unapologetic, oppressive feeling.
Okay. So he's just going to kind of quickly turn around and like towards where we came from and just stand like he's going to draw his blade and stand and be like, something's not right, guys. Something's not right. And he's just going to stand there like at the ready.
You're drawing your sword or your lightsaber.
Interestingly, for whatever reason, he goes to the saber instead of his sword,
Okay.
which is unusual for him. Because it's so instead of going to his left hip to pull it, he goes to his right and ignites the lightsaber.
They're fun, aren't
You
they?
ignite the lightsaber and you get this sort of like in the gas, this like. It's like it's reacting with the almost humid nature of the gas. So there's that sort of sound with it. All right, go ahead and give me your question.
So it ignites, but it's doing that.
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
like it's reacting to the gas.
Got it.
Who or what is in control here?
Who or what is in control here? You walk over to this modem and you run the navigation on your ship. Like you're familiar with those systems and familiar with this sort of sensor array that your ship has on board. And just very quickly you it's not a Rubik's Cube, but you sort of begin to solve what seems to be a puzzle. In that this is a sort of it's a really big flash drive. That's what this box is. And yet it's also doing something else. It's also passing along that information. So it's like a sifter. It's like when you pour water over the dirt and gold. There's some gold flecks that go through as well, and you can't avoid that. But this one's doing it intentionally. This one's breaking down some of that gold and sending it somewhere else at the same time. Or at least it used to.
So it's a black box. I mean, is the box black?
In this lighting.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I don't know. Is there a console? A way to interface with it?
There's buttons. You could press one.
I press one. I press a prominent button.
Press a large enough button that you feel like it's prominent. And sort of like it opens, I guess. It expands. And there's like a little slit on top. You'd have to potentially crowbar to get it all the way open.
That sounds like bending bars and lifting gates.
Tenzai.
What's up?
He turns the lightsaber in his hand.
To come take a look at this.
So he'll walk over. He's like, oh, got it. Turns it off. And kind of looks over his shoulder back to where he came from. He's like, just kind of shakes his head. He's like, and then tries to open this thing.
Yeah, Ben Bars lift gates. Back to his wheelhouse.
Yeah, he is. That's a 14.
My God.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't take long, nothing damage, and it's quiet. I'm just like that.
It opens, no sound is made. Imagine this scene. Green, barely able to see, the lighting is through the mist, and then a red light shines on Tanzai's face as he opens this thing. We follow his angle looking down, and he just sees a huge softball-sized crystal, red in hue.
Chief, come take a look at this.
I'm gonna come take a look at it.
You come and take a look at it.
Like, is this what I was feeling? I just had a bad feeling. Is this it?
Tanzai, you want to grab it.
I want to grab it?
You want to grab it.
I would imagine so,
Your one wants you to grab it.
but I don't understand how you sensed it and I didn't.
So do I have to, like, fight the urge to grab it?
No, I was just telling
No.
you that you want to grab it, and
Like,
then
yeah. So, so he's just going to, like, he's going to acknowledge that desire. And then he's going to flash back to Drex.
Yeah, I
Yeah?
was about to say.
and the look on his face and how he didn't recognize me, and even if he didn't care at all. And he's gonna fight
14
that,
beans.
and he's
14 beans.
gonna fight that and be like, so that puts us positive. We're up to 4 beans.
4 beans.
So he's gonna fight back and be like, Chief, I want to grab that so bad. And so he's gonna back away.
Meanwhile, I'm already grabbing, reaching for
You're
it.
reaching for it?
I just slowly, like unconsciously.
Can I see that and like try to restrict him from doing it? Because I've seen
You're
what he
doing
did.
it consciously?
Unconscious. Like, I don't even realize I'm doing it.
Oh, interesting.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get in front of it and defend.
I mean, what is the?
I like defend. Go ahead and roll to defend. You can also roll to interfere. If
Yeah,
your-
that's
I think
interfere
interfere
roll
would
is.
be what you want to
Yeah,
do.
that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna do.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah,
You go ahead and roll to interfere, and then you can choose obviously what you're trying to do, and then you're going to roll.
Doesn't matter because anything I choose, I'll fail.
What?
I rolled a 4, even with +2. I'm not doing.
I see. So, but
And
still,
I rolled a 9.
Oh, I see.
So, Jeeve has a consequence, and he did it.
What did you roll
He got a 9.
on your?
on my strength to just like physically keep him from doing it. I don't know if he has to roll against that. But
So they pick one, do it anyway, but take disadvantage on the roll, relent, change course, or
Wait a
allow their
minute.
move to be foiled.
We have advantage
I don't. You do.
because we are following answer.
That's true. Yeah, because he
His
discerned realities.
Answer was in relation to what? What was the question you asked me?
Then didn't you give us advantage on answer to?
It's
from the
when
antenna?
you've moved to act on the answer that I gave.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
So it's like, for example, he technically could have advantage because he's acting on the box, which is I didn't make him roll because it wasn't super critical. But if he had needed to, then it would have been an advantage.
I see. Never mind then.
So
I think as soon as like his 9 hits me, I'm not necessarily like fiending, so I stop. I allow him to foil me.
Okay, you pull him
what-
back.
it's one of those like you're like, oh shit, and didn't even realize you were doing it.
Yeah.
And like,
What is this?
we've seen what this something way smaller than this can do. Remember the little Hulk?
Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
I think it is.
This is a kyber crystal?
Yeah.
We are so rich.
All right, so we'll just say for you get a sort of moment where you look down at your lightsaber that you turned off for a second, and you turn and pull it out, and you just see a little orange crystal in it, right? And there's this sort of way that it's being held in. The way that it's being held is like a sort of twist and press open device. It sort of clasps and holds it in.
Yeah.
That is extremely similar to what this box was doing just now.
So it almost seems as if when it was closed, it was powering something. Okay.
Which a kyber crystal does like channel power and
Right.
right.
So, okay. So is there a way to, so can I like kind of discern realities and figure out like what it was powering, or if this is like,
Can I? Well, I have the advantage, right?
you do?
First, I'll radio.
Okay.
Tricks. Has the
Yep.
gas changed up there?
No.
I don't think so. I don't think this was powering the antenna. Can I now discern realities to see?
Yeah. You can discern realities, and obviously he can help you aid, but you
Yeah.
already have advantage, so it's just 3 dice.
Just 3 dice. Yeah. So
I could also be that guy and give him 4, but also expose you to the danger.
I'm fine with that.
let's do it. It's more interesting.
Yeah, go for it. 4 dice.
What's the consequence I got for failing?
Hyper fail. If he fails, this is bad.
Yeah.
Catastrophic. With 4 dice? Come on.
Right.
What do I add to it?
Well, you were discerning realities, so it's wisdom.
Wisdom. 9.
There you go. All those 4 dice and you still get a 9.
Wow.
I know, right?
That is close.
Ask one.
2 of them are 2s.
2 beans.
Ask one of them. Gosh. What here is useful or valuable to me? Or no, I'm going to change it. What should I be on the lookout for?
What should you be on the lookout for?
Yeah.
The difficulty is, how did this adventure begin?
We're following the hologram of something cool ma.
Cool Ma.
Ma.
Who felt the frequency?
The robot.
The robot. When did that frequency go away?
When we got here.
We got rid of the antenna.
No, it's when we
No.
got here
Yeah, it was what we got here. That's right.
to this location specifically.
When you got nearby. What's up?
I think I realized something.
What was your question? What should be on the lookout for?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sort of helping you. Sort of
Yeah.
spoon feeding. What's your thought?
I radio Tricks again.
Okay.
What's the robot's name again?
Sky.
Tricks, come in. Private channel.
Hello?
Have you noticed anything about Sky since we've gotten here?
He's pacing?
A droid pacing?
Yeah.
Don't you find that odd?
Why should I?
Yeah, he's a droid.
I mean, people are weird too.
Yeah, but droids don't get anxiety. Not like that.
You think he's anxious?
Why else would he be pacing? Perhaps I'm anthropomorphizing him.
He's bored.
He's bored.
We need to ask Sky about the signal.
Switch back to public frequency. Sky, come in.
Hello?
Status report.
The gas is still here.
Have you noticed anything since we've come into this area?
Yes.
Please expound upon what that means.
I don't want to.
There we go.
What do you mean you don't want to?
I don't want to.
Why
So
not?
I'm going to parlay.
Oh,
I'm going to interrogate.
okay. Yep.
Sky,
What?
you've seen what I'm capable of.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to come back into that ship, there will not be enough of you left to figure out what you were. What are you hiding?
Threatening
And
a
there,
robot with
and there
no
again
numbers.
is my strong suit. That is a 12.
Nice.
He says, very, very quietly,
Long live the Separatist Alliance.
Oh no.
Knew there was going to be something. With
So
that at
there's
some
a
point.
so the signal's back and it's feeding something to him. I'm assuming.
Oh, he's just evil.
Geonosis is
He's
where
just evil.
is
Oh,
where the
Sky
droids
is?
were.
Yeah, he's
It
evil.
has been?
He said, "Long live the Separatist Alliance."
Yeah, he's reverted back to Clone Wars programming.
If you recall at the beginning of this whole story, he was a little staticky on the fritz of going some direction. A lot happened. I started increasing his stutter.
Yup.
Okay.
Yup.
Sky. Long live the Separatists. We're gonna come back to the ship now. Don't fly away.
Sorry. Tenzai, what did you want?
Is this wait? So he doesn't realize he just said it?
You succeeded.
Right.
What did you want?
Oh, I asked him what he was hiding. Like, what was he not wanting to
That's
tell
what he
us?
said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
he still says, "What did you want?"
So he doesn't realize he said it.
Nope.
Interesting. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna look at these guys and be like,
Back to private
And
frequency.
so I'll say to him, I'm like, are you receiving the signal again?
It seems that the signal is weak.
But it's back.
Yes,
Where's it coming from?
from right next to you.
All
I
right,
think we need
thanks.
to destroy the crate.
So yeah, so
Hold on now. There's a lot of money in that crate.
A droid is an interesting mind. It is connected to whatever that's giving off. Sky had never been this close to a crystal,
right.
and in which case, when you guys arrived, he got in proximity to a crystal, and when any touch on this crystal begins to corrupt,
Right.
right? So that's kind of what's happening.
He's just close enough that it's corrupting him.
It's starting
Because
to.
of the frequency. So he's the only one being affected by it.
Right, he was feeling it even off of the hologram.
Back to Trix.
Okay,
Trix, do me a favor.
100 beat.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just saw it.
Please deactivate Sky when you get on board and try to not be noticed.
I'm gonna need your help.
Don't you have like a taser or something?
Yes, but I can't do such heroic actions while I'm an NPC.
Fair. So Tanzai is gonna look at Drex and be like, I think I'm with Chief on this one. This is not about money. This is bad news.
I've said that from the get-go about these things, but you guys...
Well,
You guys
That's-
are ready? Do you know how much money this could get us? We could retire. Do you look at how huge this thing is?
Can't retire with the huts on our backs.
We could
The
buy that.
Empire on our backs.
There's always places to hide in the galaxy.
a fraction of this destroyed who you were.
I don't know what you... No. You're exaggerating.
No,
Do you?
we're not.
So what? I got a little carried away. It's fine.
And what was?
I don't know why we're going back to this.
Hear that? A little carried away.
So I'm gonna remind, like, I don't remember her name, but I was like, I don't remember what his flame's name was that died on the local hull.
yeah.
I'll be like, I'm just gonna say Sheena for now, whatever it actually was, but I'll be like, I think Sheena would disagree with you.
Well, sadly, she's not here to do that.
Wow. And so that's not so, like, he's already
Interesting.
like, I'm like, so Tanzai will put himself between Drex and the crate.
I think I'm going to too.
Yeah, her name is Kira.
Kira.
Nailed it.
So I'll be like, we need to get back to the ship.
What do you do?
I just stand between it and him.
Okay.
I can't believe you guys. This is ridiculous. Come on.
Be that as it may. Let's go to the ship. We'll follow you.
After you, please.
It wasn't a suggestion.
Can I flashback?
Always.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? You have to propose that you took some previously undeclared action in the past that can affect the current situation before you may roll.
I want to flash back to before I went before the three of us went down that little slide and he got stuck. Seeing like a crashed gunship and like a couple supply crates.
You're trying to invent something versus prepared something in the past. You see what I'm saying?
And have going through that and seeing if I can find some sort of. I know we can't make so. That's why I'm like. So you're asking for an EMP.
What is your goal? Oh, I see. You'd like to
so we can
have
draw
prepared,
Sky out and just
have
shut
prepared
him
an EMP. That is an appropriate thing. Let's say that you, recognizing your lack of range, have decided to strap a couple grenades to your belt. Roll flashback.
Okay.
EMP grenade, possibly. I will respect that.
Flashback is intelligence.
Yep.
Cool. That's a 7.
A 7. It's not quite what you specified, or I can induce a complication. Was this the EMP or the regular grenade? I don't know. I don't use them.
Oh, that sucks. All right.
So I'm going to show them and ask.
I will. I know in my head if it's evens or odds, roll d6. I want to make sure that I'm not being a jerk.
Odd.
Okay.
Do I recognize it?
What did you do? Oh, you're trying to recognize if it's an EMP.
I thought he was
or-
showing it
So,
to me.
yeah. frag?
so
I was showing it to
I
both
rolled a
of you.
1.
Yeah.
So what do I tell him it is?
Oh, I like what you're saying.
Yeah, I thought that's where you're going with it too.
You tell him it is an EMP grenade.
Well, that looks like an EMP. Why?
I'm thinking if Sky's compromised like we think, we can draw him out
Shut
and
him
just
down.
shut him down.
Fair.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Either way, let's go.
Let's grab the pit crystal and go. Come on.
Do you move toward the crystal?
No, I'm not like.
Okay.
He's not intentionally sabotaging himself.
No, right.
He's just
okay.
playing to the game.
Fair. No, I know. That's what I was asking. I'm like, we're not taking it. We'll follow you to the ship.
This again. Come on. What is the holdup?
You. And then he'll just.
And
I'm doing the same thing.
No, don't do that.
Another one. Green and orange light up the room.
Can lightsabers destroy kyber crystals?
That's a good question. I really
They can.
I really want to
technically?
find out.
You don't?
I really want to find out.
You want to find out?
I would say probably not. I'll Google it real quick just
Plus
make sure
5
I'm not
beans?
missing something, but I would think not
Plus
since that's what
5
gives them the
beans.
blade.
I don't know. I
For
feel
your
like I've heard of
stubbornness.
kyber crystals shattering.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
But
into
that's,
it.
That's with pressure and that's with the force.
Oh,
That's not with the saber.
I'm not. So I've got an idea for how we deal with this. I'm not lighting up the saber to
The room,
break the crystal.
The sound of both of these lightsabers is angry.
No, they can't.
Oh, this is I'm in charge. George Lucas. Nope.
So
Starting to sound like Disney.
I'm here.
so
I'm sure that was on some Disney forum.
Tanzai is going to
AI
implore
over
Drax. I'll be like, please head to the ship and we will follow you.
Is that the threat? And
I
I just move towards my pistol. Like, I'm kind of like, bro.
I said, please.
It's only a threat if you let it be.
Are you like looking inside the thing? Like, are you like trying to look at it? Like trying to take a glimpse at it?
Because I'm kind of like hung up on it more than I should be.
I mean, are you trying to look at it again? Like, is that like your last like, oh, I'll look at it before I leave?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take one more look at it.
And take one more look at it, and you realize that there is a hole underneath it.
Wait.
Like it's connected. It's connected by some sort of like pincer that's holding it, but there's a hole underneath.
Do you see that?
Watch him. And so I'll look. And do I see a hole underneath it?
Oh, you want to grab the crystal? But yes.
So I'll keep. So, like, I'm going to until I have to roll for it. I'm going to keep playing the
Yeah.
Luger Hulk in my head.
100 beans to fight the Disney lawsuit.
That's funny.
You
So
want to grab that crystal though.
so I see the hole. what do it like? And it's being held by something, but there's a hole underneath it.
Yeah, so the crystal is suspended by two pincering arms that sort of hold and potentially power some sort of device. But underneath there is a depth that cannot be perceived, so you would assume it is a hole.
That just goes down further into the.
Whatever is underneath this.
How about this? We will go lower and see where this leads. And then we can have a conversation.
All right, we'll just remove the crystal and let's go.
Can I mind trick playable characters?
They can obviously try to interfere, so yeah, sure.
Can I mind
So is it a
trick-
Is it a contested role?
In this case, you would basically say,
My eye is twitching.
"Oh man, that's a bummer." Should check
Because you want to grab the
prescription
crystal
with your
so bad.
Right? I'm fighting it.
doctor. It just be you try to foil another. I mean, this is a game. What's your goal? What is your like?
Trying to brainwash me.
Trying to get the three of us to go to the ship. and
Oh, then
we'll
just say I want to go to the ship instead. That's more fun.
I get that, but knowing Tanzai is like kind of intermittent, like kind of fighting the urge to snag it,
Why don't you snag it?
and
Just
Drex
move
is no.
Move it with the force.
Just
Yeah.
get it out of the way.
Oh, fine.
No, I'm
That-
in. It's
that
it's
only
your
makes
sto-
more
it's
sense.
it's your story. You're gonna grab it. You don't really want to grab it. You understand what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I would, but I was trying to convince. What my thought process was: Tanzai's struggling, but he's at least getting through, like not taking it.
Yeah.
And Drex is like, I want it. So mind tricking him to go to the ship, and then we don't have to get in each other's way.
Well, I understand. What is your?
So
So you're trying to mind trick him.
yeah,
Okay. Doesn't work.
I have a roll. I have a roll for it. That's why I was asking.
Well, I understand, but he's a player.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if I can mind trick playable characters.
Like and subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Yeah,
I think the answer's no.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I like it. I like it. I can see his resistance, and so I'm saying no.
Gotcha.
We'll just like I'm fine if do something so that we can advance the story.
Yeah.
Like we want to go in the hole.
Yeah, we want to go to the hole.
All right,
Wow, go to the
so
hole.
in that case,
Like Laura said. So I see the hole.
So I see the hole.
So I'm going to parlay with him.
All right.
And now this time it is a threat.
He says, "I'm gonna beat your butt if you don't." get
Like and subscribe.
Drex, you know you can't take me.
I'm not trying to, friend.
So walk out.
We should roll like godly again.
13.
Boxcars.
So on a 10 plus, they mark XP if they do what you want, and they must do what you want or reveal how you could convince them to do so.
You can. It does say that you can press or entice a PC. So
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say no. Shoot, chill out, dude.
mark XP. Please.
I'll see you back on the ship.
So you're going up to the ship.
I go back by myself up to the ship.
All right. He's
I
walking up.
imagine we'd follow you there too. But
Well, so
I think he's gonna investigate.
yeah, we need to go. I'm going to go down and like one level lower.
You got to move the crystal to get out of the way so you can go down there.
Oh, you have to go through it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
This is the choice.
Okay. So in that case, I mean, like, if you can, I don't want to touch it. So he's like, "Can you move that out of the way?"
Are you gonna move it? You gonna touch it?
with the force.
I was gonna say, yeah. Can he force it? He can
Yeah.
use the force. To
I mean,
move
you could certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, roll plus charisma.
Can
yeah.
I aid? Can I like? Can I be like?
If I get 8, I can.
Sure,
probably
I would
get
love it. I would love it. Do it.
All right.
Absolutely.
I got it with 8. That's an 8.
As Drex is about to leave the room, he sees as Jeeve is trying to move it up with the force, and it's like lifting, and then you see like he's like focusing really intensely. His eyes are closed. It's lifting up in the air, and then you see Tanzai over in the corner, like
I'm just trying to figure this out, man.
like just like he kind of grunts a little.
Like
and
eyes open, like.
just feeling that really, it's awesome. You totally want to grab that crystal, by the way. So, but no, it does lift out, sort of, and then falls on the ground. Rolls off to the side
Okay.
in the sand.
So then Yeah, I'm gonna check into the hole. Can I like look in it?
Yeah,
Is it just like goes
it's a
down?
big black hole.
I'm going to
Stop it.
use another thing of my adventuring gear.
Oh,
To have a flashlight.
I'm going to grab a flare
okay.
and just
Yep.
drop it.
So it fights against the air, and as you push it down, like some more air goes in, and then you see as it splashes into like moisture.
Okay.
How do I describe this? 4 semi trailers, like
That's how deep this is.
in no 4 semi trailers like stacked together
Oh yeah.
is the size of the abdomen of this massive pseudo queen that died down here.
Oh, it's dead.
But yeah,
And she's
they were
connected by probably 100 plus wires that all go towards the ceiling where this crystal is.
What?
Freaky.
What? What?
That's
So
The flare's still going off down there. It's like,
yeah.
and you see she like twist a little bit.
oh no.
What do you guys see?
Nothing good.
We need to go now.
Agreed.
And
Grab the crystal.
so I'm gonna switch to channel real quick and be like, we detonate this place when we leave, and then just pop back real fast. And be like, we're on our way.
And I've kind of made my way to the ship.
Yeah, you're walking up.
Yeah, you're there by now.
I go over to Sky.
Oh, so you get on the ship, you walk over straight to Sky.
I
He's
see.
there. He's like, what?
I say, hey, let me tell you something, friend. I put my hand on him and flip his steer. I switch him off. Take a break.
He stands there.
Nice. So we'll get back to the ship and be like, we need to go now. There was a queen. We just woke it up. We need to get out of here.
Woke it up. We just gassed it.
It was twitching.
Yeah.
It was torching because it's got marks embedded in its nervous system.
You guys are like, imagine dramatic irony wise. You're like, it twitched. It totally twitched. And like, it just like, and then like this camera goes down the tube, goes all the way down through the hole. And you see this queen go. And then like a little red glowing Geonosian just like climbs out of the back of this abdomen that is dead, pulls itself free, kind of breaking whatever sphincter was holding it closed, and it's glowing, it's radiating, and it looks as angry as a Geonosian could look, and it sort of spreads its wings out, but they have a sound shocking against the sort of gas, and it like breathes, and it's like,
That's sick.
and it's breathing out aggressively the gas.
So it's immune to the gas. That's what I'm gathering.
It's breathing it out.
Well, it's just like it's surviving the gas. Is what
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
implying.
yeah, okay.
And so it's like, and it starts to fly and flaps its wings, like bug wings, right? But they're, but yeah, it's like a lightsaber wing. Like it's
Yeah.
glowing a red, and it's like,
What?
it's like, man, it's not like a lightsaber, but it's got some energy to it. It's like a shot, a static,
Electric.
static shock. Yeah, like electrical energy sort of
it's
coming
just
out of it.
pure plasma.
No, it's not plasma. No, but it's like a in the sound. And so it's
Yeah.
flying up and it's coming up.
So
And you guys are just up on the ship, like, what are we doing? Like,
so Tanzai's like, let's head back where we came from.
Okay. Did you grab the crystal?
Got it. It's in the cargo.
Okay. Let's blow this place to hell.
Agreed. I'm just hot, and so punch it.
Real question is, do we use all 3 seismic charges we have per adventure?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let's just drop a seismic charge. One will do.
one will be plenty.
Sure.
Oh, per adventure?
We get 3 per adventure.
I give him 3 per adventure.
I mean,
Better use 3 to be safe.
right? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Just
Okay. So yeah, you guys fly in the direction, and you just see some like a little red, like Geonosian just glowing, flying out of this thing, and then this little like guess what was the cylinder.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
seismic charge, right? And so it sort of begins to glow, illuminate, and then just this like dubstep noise that comes out in a sort of a circle pattern and just slices through it, and it like turns into like two pieces in the air, and its glow just immediately goes away.
Dope.
And then the other one goes towards the bottom, blows it up, just like I keep saying like the Lord of the Rings Sauron Tower, because it's just the image in my head.
Yeah.
And then finally a last one that just craters it.
So, is there a scene in the room where the crystal still is?
You want to know?
I do.
Okay.
Because I was like, if we blow this up with a seismic charge, that's gotta do it.
So you see the last sort of seismic charge reaches to where it kink, hits the ground, and like you see like the crystal sort of roll out from underneath some rubble, and then the seismic charge sort of like boom, blows up, and then it goes super slow, really like just before it's about to destroy, and it's you see this crystal sort of like break slow motion wise, and you see on the inside is just like a face, angry, violent, pissed off, and it dissipates. You understand that the anger is what fuels this crystal. It's not a person that was inside, not like a soul, but it's just this anger, and it just is destroyed by the seismic charge.
Damn.
So, I mean, like, where's Sky?
Oh, he's right here.
He falls over. Oh, you're trying to like turn him on or just hit him?
I think it's funnier that he falls over.
Yeah, he just hits the ground.
Hang on. And I pick him back up and I turn like I recognize all of a sudden he's like, oh, he's off. So I pick him back up and I turn him on.
Hello.
Oh, cool. That just means I have an EMP.
How do you feel?
I feel fine. Did we resolve the frequency?
You tell me, are you sensing this? Is it gone?
It's right there. And he references the little hologram puck.
Oh. So am I to take that to mean like he's not sensing that it's moving from like but yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay.
It went from the larger source to the more immediate source.
Yeah. So he's like, no, the signal is from the puck. Okay. Makes sense. We still never figured out where it originated from, right?
I'm like, where's Krokumal? Like,
Right.
slaughtering these Jedis.
Right. Yeah, we never figured out where it
Sending
originated from.
distress
You guys
signals to Geonosis.
Blew it up.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I wanted to, I wanted to touch the crystal.
Oh, don't worry. The plot continues, but
I'm sure. Yeah, I just couldn't figure out.
Where-
JD couldn't figure out
where
what
to
to do
next? What's your future plan? Like, what's the next thing you want to do?
Well, I think this was a dead end. And we did get a pretty sick kyber crystal out of it. We should probably look at fencing that as soon as possible.
with that. So, about that,
Yes.
we don't have it. It's gone now.
What do you mean?
We left it.
Back with the seismic charges?
Yeah.
With all three.
You lied to me?
40 beans.
40 beans.
I didn't. He did.
You betrayed me for 40 beans?
Hold on.
They're delicious beans.
10 for each of us new friends, so that's 20. Double 40. Okay. I don't know if that's
Double it.
40 total or if that's 80.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Wait, so she wrote the number 20, and then there's a 40, so we add another 20, so we're at 276.
She wrote the number 10. You also added the 20. And then you also added the 40. And then you also added the 6 from 6-year-old
This
niece.
is very confusing,
Oh,
Laura.
no, so that's 10 and then 6, so that puts us at 92.
Oh, that's right, because you were putting every number in.
Every number in the
that's
chat.
Right.
Yeah,
Or
so-
she's saying double the total.
So 292.
Yeah.
And then you said 100% okay, just giving a 100 to yourself.
I didn't think I counted. but
yeah, I
okay.
thought
Well,
you
you,
said
you
we
for sure
couldn't add
count. If
more.
it's in the chat, it's there.
Okay, so 392. All right. So, I mean, like, yeah, I did. You weren't acting yourself, whether you realize it or not. You can hate me all you want for that moment, but it was the right choice.
It's this business. People lie, but I didn't expect it from you. Especially over a score.
Well, I mean, I ended up telling you the truth anyway, right?
So, and then Keela Voss says, this might be a bad time. This might be...
Wait, she's there with us?
Yeah, she's always been here. She's a...
Oh, that's right.
She's
I'm thinking
she's a Togruta, so she has
I'm
like
thinking
little
Xena. I'm thinking
horn-type
Xena,
hair.
yeah.
She's got the like, she looks like Ahsoka, but she's yellow.
Yeah, I'm thinking Xena, but she's not there.
She says, this might be a bad time.
Laura put a peace sign in the chat. I think that counts as 2.
It does not. She said, this might be a bad time, but I have been thinking about these crystals, and you mentioned that they're power sources, right? This
Yes.
is something we just learned?
It seemed to be.
So, this seems like... So, I have a friend. A long time ago, I was asked to try to find a lightsaber for Jeeve, and I was looking for things related to it, and all I came up to was a power source. A similar thing, and I wondered if my lines had gotten crossed somewhere or something like that. But I know someone named Nixilana, and she has stolen many things and claimed to have an amazing power source. But then, when I investigated it, she said she put it in her vault. I think that this thing is like a crystal. She said it was red, and that it glowed, and that it was an infinite source of energy. And it's now making sense after you speak it out loud. We could go get it.
Well, now that we've lost our biggest payday yet, might be nice to recover some of that loss.
And anything we find in her vault could also be ours.
Vaults always have valuables.
The Empire is going to be looking for it too.
I can make a couple of calls.
I'm not saying it's not true, but they weren't looking for this one.
They might not have known about it. That's because they never got these, and pointed at the puck and the copy.
True.
Who is that person? We don't know. The one, the Jedi who was killed.
Didn't you spout lore on him?
Oh
He looked familiar.
Yeah.
Did you succeed on it?
Jeeve knows.
How many beans, by the way?
We're at 392 beans.
Okay, well, I think we can find her. Find her vault. Might take me a few days to get us there. Where should we go in the meantime?
Let's get away from this planet.
Should we report back to Xena?
Yeah.
Screw her.
Or not. I mean, whatever.
Let's just get away from here.
Agreed.
I think we need to find a safe harbor.
Yeah, we can go back to our salvage, our front,
Yeah,
right? Our
let's go.
salvage yard.
Yeah.
On whatever planet that was.
You are in Imperial airspace. This is ship number
What's the beans?
392.
392. I will need your clearance code to be in this sector outside the Geonosian war zone.
I'm pretty good at this. Let me do this.
You guys walk over to the brig. You guys are being like sent this signal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be putting in coordinates while this is all happening. Hyperspace.
The beans have been spent. No more beans.
No more beans, people.
Darn diddly dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. We were here dropping off cargo. This is Freighter 117.
Strange. Your ship matches a description by one Lord Vader is looking for. I'm gonna have to call it in. Appreciate your cooperation.
Am I ready to punch it? I hope
And
so.
we'll pick up there next time. Thanks for joining us on this. We're not doing no more beans, Laura. Look, we're doing beans in the next one, but I have to spend the beans that I accumulate this game, and we did indeed figure out that this ship classification was 326.
So
392.
392. I don't know. What are numbers anyway? I was bad at math at Purdue. I'm bad at math now. Hit the like button, notifications. It does mean a lot when you guys comment, so I do appreciate you being in the chat. Thanks for the beans. Thanks for the fun. We'll see you more on new episodes of Star Wars Ragtag.
Mo beans.